you.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Culture of Gaming's Power Up Podcast, episode 75. I'm your host, Taylor, and this week I'm, of course, joined by Anthony Dennis. How are you?
I am very well, and you are very loud for some reason this week. How are you?
Good. Good.
That's good.
What have you been up to this past week in terms of gaming, whatnot?
Got back into Sleeping Dogs. I know it's a bit old by now. It's like 2009 or something, 2011, something like that.
Okay.
And because I was looking at kind of getting into Yakuza a bit, and I'm like, wow, Sleeping Dogs is a tiny bit similar, so why not try it out? And I'm really enjoying it. I've had it for ages, and I've played like an hour of it, and then kind of gave up, and then I got back into it this time, and I'm really enjoying it now.
Okay.
And I've nearly finished it after 2 days, so that's what I've been doing in all my spare time. Then I really.
Nice.
Aside from that, that's kind of it this week. Playing some Apex as well. Got into CS:GO as well a little bit here and there.
Oh no.
I know.
Oh yes.
So yeah, getting quite a few kills, which is good. So
Hey.
Okay.
yeah.
That's awesome. And then Andrew, you're of course here. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are everybody doing?
Good. You ready for E3 on Monday?
Oh, I don't know, man. I'm already exhausted. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a heck of a time, but
Okay.
fun time.
Mm.
But as far as what I'm playing, not a lot. Nothing's really grabbed me so much this year, except for like Sekiro, and I didn't even finish that game. I need to get back to that. But I don't know if I talked about the Neo 2 demo a little bit last week at all, but I put more time into it. And I was trying to get a video up, but my capture card hated my PlayStation. It was like the video I got was just chunky, super chunky, and I was like, I can't publish that.
Yeah.
So couldn't figure that out. Took me forever. So I just played through the demo or the alpha, and I enjoyed it. It's very similar to the first one, which is good or bad depending on if you played the first one. A lot of combat options. It's really cool. There's like new weapons. I had like 2 axes I was wielding, and I don't know. It was I really kind of enjoyed it. The level I played was short, which was nice. The alpha was pretty short, so I'm a fan of like when you can jump into Dark Souls, like Souls types games, and you didn't get in and get out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Because it's just sometimes you just get too like frustrated or too like, oh man, like I'm not beating it and I have to start over. So it was cool. The level I played was pretty quick. I'd say 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, altogether. Yeah, it's cool though. I like what they're doing with that game. The way they're changing up the combat. You can like turn into this like it's like almost got Devil May Cry like devil trigger in it. You like turn into this big like ghost depending on like or like yokai depending on like which spirit you choose. So I was like this electric bird. I don't know. It's cool. I really enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to Neo 2. I don't know when it comes out. Probably it's an alpha, so I don't know what that means exactly.
Yeah.
What that means. Yeah, that one's cool. So check that out. If you can see some gameplay of that. It's fortunately not our site. And then just been plugging away at NBA 2K19.
Okay.
It's such a good calming like come back from work at late at night. You're just like I'm just gonna play some basketball.
Nice.
It's been right up my alley lately.
All right. And then,
Nice.
Matt, you're here, of course, once again. How are you?
I am good.
All right.
I'm here as always.
Yeah.
Haven't been on in a while.
We got like the E3 crew on this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
God, that's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be busy.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
It kind of was planned, but anyway.
It's been
Kind of.
somewhat planned.
Kind of, a little
Somewhat
bit.
planned.
Yeah.
A lot of last minute appointments here and there, so
Mm.
Oh
get our hands on what we can.
Yeah. What's gaming looked like the past week for you, Matt? What you been doing?
CS:GO.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it.
All right.
Did you get Anthony into CS:GO?
No, actually.
No, we have yet
that
to
was
play
like
with him, actually.
Literally,
Oh.
this is the first I've heard of it,
Okay.
Yeah.
and I'm
I
kind of
downloaded
afraid to
that
play
a
with
while
him
ago.
because the ping is like massive difference.
I mean, I have decent internet. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
No,
Decent internet doesn't
not
care about the
that, but
speed
it's-
of light.
I
That's the
know,
thing.
but I'm just saying.
Okay.
But the
It's-
difference of the fact that you're on a different like land mass that I am
Yeah.
is the issue. Look, we have issues with people who play in Mexico.
Mm.
It's true.
Yeah.
Even Apex is bad enough, and yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, whenever Anthony and I play Apex, he has to host it so that it goes to his data center, and I connect to Sydney, and I pull like 130 ping, but yeah.
Can you? I didn't even know you could check ping in that game.
Yeah, rough estimate, I would assume.
Yeah, they added little like indicators, and I remember mousing over them and it telling me it's like, hey, your ping is
really?
this, you get latency. Yeah, they have like
That's
little
cool.
they have little indicators similar to what you might see in Battlefield, where it'll tell you
Yeah. Oh, the
what the
things in the
connection
corner, yeah.
what the connection problems are and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, all right. Let's see. This past week for me has been CS:GO and Final Fantasy 14. And that's pretty
Been
much
playing
it.
A lot of Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I've gotten super into Final Fantasy 14, having a ton of fun with it. Yeah, just kind of going through it. So, yeah, that about does it for me. Not much more else to say unless to bore you with MMO speech. So, anyway.
Didn't that get an announcement the other day?
Kind of.
Wasn't a new expansion, kind of, I think?
Yeah, there's a new expansion coming out at the end of June.
Okay.
Called
Did you know
Shadow-
about that? Or
Huh?
no?
What's
Was
that?
that already announced?
Yeah, it was. It's been known for a couple months
okay.
now. Yeah, I think it might have done like a new trailer in the past couple days or something. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I saw some kind of new video on it.
We'll honestly see the trailer or like some promo thing for it in Square Enix's conference. So, because they always do.
So, what's the video that you and I've been watching about Final Fantasy and like Final Fantasy 14?
Yeah,
Was that produced recently, or was that
it's a couple years old.
Okay, it's a couple years old.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
We've been watching the No Clip documentary on the development of Final Fantasy 14, and it kind of covers it's like the journey Square Enix went through in making the initial build of the game, and then them trying to kind of fix it, and then them deciding to like tear it all down and then rebuild it.
Interesting.
So
okay.
yeah, really good documentary. So I
Like
encourage everyone
God of
go check it. I would encourage everyone to go check it out. So
It's actually really entertaining.
yeah. Anyhow, the main site is, of course, cultureofgaming.com. There you can find all the latest gaming news, reviews, opinion pieces, etc., etc. We have a community Discord, a link to which you can find on the sidebar of the main site, and you can talk to everyone you see on the podcast right now. Please don't put anything towards... Yes, please stop.
What? Hey, who? When?
Matt, please stop.
I stopped.
Yeah, thank you. And then we have two different Facebooks, one for the main site, one for the Power Up Podcast, facebook.com/COGDOTNET and facebook.com/PowerPod. And then Twitter @COGDOTNET, that's @cod.net, Instagram @cultureofgaming, youtube.com/cultureofgaming, twitch.tv/cultureofgaming, and myspace.com/PowerPod. Can you unbold it, please?
Does that make you
What
mad?
the heck is going on?
Yeah, it's just like It's like I changed all the different highlights you had to it because I don't miss it. It's fine. I just run down the list. And then
I just like pointing out that one.
Okay. And you guys, the audience, to ask those questions as we are live, and we will try to answer them as we feel they best fit into the conversation or just when we have nothing else to talk about. And although you can go to any one of these platforms and ask those questions, we would much prefer you ask them on the community Discord, in the live Twitch chat, or on Twitter. And then, yeah, we'll have the best chance of seeing them there. So, getting right into the gaming news, our leading topic, a couple days before E3, I guess, did it officially begin today? Do you think EA Play counts as it beginning? Or do you think tomorrow is more fair? Because, like, tomorrow we
I'll
get
say
the first...
Tomorrow, I think, is...
Okay. Tomorrow. Because
EA doesn't
I don't
count.
know.
Because tomorrow is
When does EA
Microsoft,
count?
Bethesda,
yeah.
and Devolver, right? Which,
Yeah.
by the way, we're going to have coverage of, do a pre-post show. We're going to try and restream it, although I haven't been able to find a restream link, so I don't know what's going on with that. If anything, we'll just host the channel. But we're not going to do the live commentary thing again, because some people, and I'm not naming names here, like to talk over other people. So...
I mean, it's not even that. It's just a little bit like if people are trying to listen to the live stream and whatever, people talking in the background is a little bit distracting and disturbing. You miss details and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you're better off just cutting off that whole aspect of it.
Yeah, so this year we'll be doing a pre-show like 45 minutes before each conference. We'll do like hyper-specific predictions and discussions for that conference. Anthony, I'm sorry, you have to wake up at like 5 a.m. now for it.
No, come on. One of them is at 3 a.m., so I've got to be up at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So brilliant.
Because Aussieland, and then we'll be doing a post show where we just try to break down everything that we saw and whatnot. So, yeah, and then that's going to be our kind of E3 schedule. Anyway, so regardless, whenever you think E3 starts, a few days ahead of the show. I think this happened yesterday or Thursday evening. I'm not certain.
It says article was yesterday, so.
Okay, yesterday. We got a massive E3 leak due to a link that was accidentally made public on Bandai Namco's website for From Software. And, well,
Good job.
it looks like we got some pretty good insight as to what From Software has in store for us. We talked about last week, I think that, and this is honestly the biggest highlight to me, we talked about last week, the rumored collaborative project between George R.R. Martin and From Software that was supposed to be like Elder Rune or something like that, or like Alpha Rune or something like that. It turns out it's actually called Elden Ring. It's going to be coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Yeah. It looks like
That's a terrible name.
Yeah, it looks like the like rumors of the environment and like rough gameplay and everything would are kind of gonna come true. But I think I don't know. When I was thinking through this one, I couldn't quite pin down like where I thought From Software would show this off at. I'm thinking Microsoft though.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have to be,
think-
right?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they could. Yeah, I mean, Microsoft's the only place that they can go, and I'm fairly sure that there were details somewhere. I say this every week. It's like I bring something up that I haven't fully read, but then I think that it's right, but then I'm not 100%. I'm fairly sure that was said that they were going to be bringing it up at Microsoft.
Okay.
We will see.
Yeah, we'll
We will
see.
see.
1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. Then.
You know,
6
somebody
a.m.
got
Australian
fired.
time.
What's up?
You know,
Matt?
somebody got fired for accidentally hitting publish on that thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like, come here, Billy. We need to go talk.
Billy, we're coming outside behind the barn. You know? Yeah. And then...
Although,
Oh,
the
go ahead.
supposedly,
Is war
Supposed-
happening?
Yeah,
the cat.
pretty much.
Hello, kitty.
I see
Oh,
the cat.
Just knocking everything over.
All right.
Although I will give credit, the poster for this looks awesome in my opinion.
If you're on the,
The-
Kotak... Oh, for Elden Ring?
Yes.
Yeah, where
for
it's like
Elden
the
Ring.
little like etching in stone or whatever.
Like the ring things, whatever they are.
Yeah. That's
The
probably
fire
the Elden
rings
Ring.
or whatever.
That's probably the Elden Ring. I don't know.
Does
Does
that look
it-
like a you know, a ring?
Yeah.
Wait, does it
Like
It
Blair
looks-
Witch to me.
either like the Quake symbol, like
Yeah.
up with the stem and that, and a nuclear symbol in the middle of it?
Oh yeah, a little bit.
We're gonna do like a Norse nuke
Yeah.
or something like that. I don't know. Okay. So,
In a nuke the new God of War. That's what's happening.
yeah.
Sure.
And then, yeah, so it's like that Elden Ring rumor is true, although got the title wrong, so rip. And then it looks like we're getting a remastered version of the first Ni no Kuni, and then a Switch version of the original Ni no Kuni as well.
Ooh, I'm like,
Those are PlayStation exclusives, right?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
so...
That's good. That's good.
That's gonna be fun.
And then
gonna be
apparently there's
real
this
fun.
long-running JRPG series called Tales of Arise.
Hmm.
And that's gonna get another game. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So, Andrew, were you talking about Ni no Kuni at some point? Like maybe in the intro or something? Like Ni no Kuni 2 for the...
I don't think so. I'm not a big JRPG guy, so
Okay.
I could have mentioned it, but
Yeah. I forget. I remember someone on the podcast mentioning this at some point, but okay.
it might have been me. I don't know. I did play a little bit of the first one, but
Okay.
I didn't play the second one. A lot of people did enjoy the second one though, and the first one, so it could have been someone else off the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Dean on.
Okay. So,
Oh.
yeah. It looks like that's kind of Bandai Namco's thing that they got going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if Kotaku's to be believed, it's all coming to Microsoft's press conference.
Bear in mind as well that this new like Elden Ring and whatnot may not even show up at Microsoft because Bandai Namco is having like their own kind of back of house media only presentations and whatnot.
Okay.
sure.
So they may demo it there and just do it that way rather than like presenting it to the public and then the media kind of broadcast it kind of thing.
Okay.
So that could be one thing we may see. It may not even show up on Microsoft or anything like that. So, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So stay tuned to our live coverage.
Yeah.
For no information. No.
Do you think George R. R. Martin would be on stage then? I just
No,
imagine
I don't
him
think
and
so.
Miyazaki
No.
just standing next to each other and just.
No, I
talk.
imagine him not being on the stage for the exact reason I would never see you guys in a room together, because one of you would probably die.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Random thought. What about like a George R. R. Martin Ace Combat? That'd be cool.
What? Like him writing his
Yeah,
Ace
like
Combat
him
title?
writing-
Yeah,
the
like
story.
him writing Ace Combat, you know.
Strange verse. What's the strange?
Stranger Real.
Strange
Stranger
Real.
Real, Yeah.
No.
That'd be funny. Because, you know, Ben and Namco and whatever.
Everyone
So-
dies.
Yeah, seriously, he would just. It would be Bloodsport out there.
Jets and Dragons, why not?
Hey, I'd be down. George. So it's like this is what he's been doing besides writing Winds of Winter.
That's not right. He's not writing that book, to be
No,
honest.
he's not.
Probably.
It's never.
He's
coming out.
Isn't he
Quit
working
lying
on
to yourself, Taylor. You know he's not writing that thing.
He's not writing that book.
Okay.
Isn't he working on 2 other things as well? Like 2 other either movies or TV shows or something?
I don't even know.
He got on a blog post something he was talking about. I'm working on this and that and shows, and then I'm also doing a game. And so he's been apparently doing everything but writing the book.
Yeah,
So-
he's like, I'm doing this, that, not writing Winds of Winter.
Yeah, most likely the case.
Just hit it on like the 35 bullet point list that he's doing. Just not writing.
Yeah.
Not Winds of Winter.
No longer writing. I'm not
Or
interested.
restart that book. Like,
Yeah.
did you guys also see the Watch Dogs leak as well?
Yes, this always happens to Ubisoft. Like someone leaks it like a day or two E3 starts, and they just be like, they release like 6 seconds of like a promo trailer or something, be like, "See you at E3." You got us again.
Yeah.
It happened to Odyssey last year,
Right.
and now it happened
Yep.
to. It looks like it's happened to Watch Dogs Legion this year, which is.
It also happened to Ghost Recon.
Yeah.
No, no.
So
Kind of gotta
they're-
feel bad for them.
So either they're
Uh,
keeping Splinter Cell under serious wraps, or it's not happening.
It's not happening.
Yeah, now that I think about it, the way that everything leaks over there, probably not happening.
They're gonna walk up. with a
Not
plaque.
yet. One day it will happen.
You know, like the Ubisoft CEO is gonna walk up with like a flash drive holding the trailer for it, and he's going to plug it in and just disappears like that one magic trick.
That's Randy Pitchford's gig.
Yeah, I don't know if you're talking about Pitchford or what. But...
Oh, no, I'm just saying like if he had a USB stick with it on there, like he's been keeping it the entire time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just like hiding it from everybody. He's been working on it exclusively.
Oh, I get it. Like,
Mhm.
you mean it's just like a very like well-hidden
has it.
trailer that only a couple people know
Yeah.
about for Splinter Cell.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you.
There's also a Cyberpunk leak as well.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Like a very an image, I believe it was. I was looking at
Yes.
it, but then I never saw the image.
The image was like of the E3 conference hall. There is a huge poster on the side of one of the buildings of Cyberpunk.
So,
Oh,
so we'll probably see it then.
Okay.
We'll probably see it then.
We'll
thought
most
they-
likely see it.
gonna be there.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't want to join the Discord channel.
All right. So apparently the box art and some of this like
Okay.
downloadable pre-order stuff is leaked.
For
That was
Cyberpunk?
leaked a while ago.
Yes.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
Since about 24 hours ago.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, a while
cool.
ago. A day. A day is old news
Yeah.
still, people. Come on now.
It looks
Yeah,
like it's in Swedish or
The presses keep moving.
So this image that I'm looking at, it's got the it might be Swedish, I'm not sure, but it's got like the map, photo of the city wherever it's based in,
uh-huh.
the 3 cover arts for the different like PC, Xbox One, and PS4. They're all the same though, and like a steel book thing,
Okay.
Yeah. I
and
will say,
like beanies or something underneath, whatever they are. The like
um,
flaming skull things. Oops.
Oh, I see. I don't know. I think that's part of like the table.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
it's like presented on. I think these are all
I'll
digital.
take him.
I like how they have a PC box art. That's pretty good.
Hmm.
I mean, that doesn't exist anymore. I feel like.
Yeah,
So
true.
I appreciate them doing that. But yeah, so and then there's also the Ubisoft. Did you see the roller derby? I don't know if that's completely true.
The what?
Yeah, so
What
like
is it?
it's Ubisoft, and I'm not sure if this is a complete leak, But there's this like roller derby champions. I guess it was a few days ago, about 5 days ago, but there's like there's a picture of something, but it's like a roll. You know what roller derby is up, like you go around the circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's like some sort of roller derby game that's possibly roller champions. I'm not sure if it's rumored, and like there's this. I don't know if this is an actual screenshot, but
That was one of, keep saying whatever you're saying, Andrew, but I'll bring something else up in a second.
I don't know. You can go ahead.
So with the whole Bandai Namco thing, there was also a new Tales game revealed.
Oh, cool.
That was just one other thing as well.
Yeah.
Cool. There's also been like a new multiplayer action game from the makers of Hellblade. Apparently they're doing something like that, leaked as well.
Right.
What's
that? Ninja Theory. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Man, I really liked Hellblade. Hellblade was so good.
That's kind of always been like. There's only been like three or four major leaks.
Szechuan Sacrifice or whatever. Is that a sequel? Hellblade.
No, I don't think so. That's
okay.
Because that's what they're working on now, and I think they're also Ninja Theory is also working on something else. I think, or is that because they owned by Microsoft now, I believe.
Really?
I want to say Microsoft picked them up, and that big pickup they had.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's what I remember hearing about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I said this last year, but I really disliked the whole leaks that we get before E3, and then also it's like companies that voluntarily do like trailers or somewhat big announcements before E3 also. It's just like save it all for the show. People are like, is E3 really important anymore? It's just like, stop, save it all for the show. Some
people don't want to get buried, so they're just like, get it in front.
Okay.
Our game's not as big. Let's do it. Let's get the zeitgeist talking about us before everybody. Get our 24 hours in, and then we'll be forgotten about for a little bit. As many know, my significant other works at Ubisoft, and she was like, "Man, what's with all? Stop leaking everything, guys. It takes all the fun out of it." And I'm like, "Oh, just because you're on the other side of it all." So she was a little bummed about some of those stuff.
Okay.
But, not much else.
Do you think?
How's it going there, Taylor?
Good. Do you think Ubisoft will ever batten down the hatch?
They're a large company.
Yeah.
We talked about this before, but they're such a large company that expands through like at least three different countries. You got the USA, you got Canada, 2 different continents at least.
Yeah.
France as well.
Yeah, so there's just so much to just
you'd imagine
get lost
you
or
like to nail down and whatnot.
Yeah.
Try to nail it down at least. Figure out who.
Yeah, but it's also not always on them. Like you got people like Amazon, leaking box, or Canadian Walmart's doing weird stuff.
I just wonder if it was like the same guy that leaked Assassin's Creed Odyssey, leaked Watch Dogs Legion. It was just like, man, they have to get this guy out of here,
Yeah.
That massive leak that we had last year from Walmart, was that just before E3 or just?
I think it was a week or 2.
Yeah, okay.
Man.
Because that ruined everything. Like last year, we knew what was going on, and it was just like, well, what's the point of E3 now?
We're just
on the ride now. It did have a lot of like fake stuff. Like there was a new Splinter Cell on that one. So who knows? Like if they got bad information or what. But.
It's like the game. What's your game shop called there?
GameStop.
GameStop. That's right, GameStop. I keep confusing that with GameSpot as well for some reason.
Yeah.
Didn't they leak also?
They've leaked a heap of Nintendo stuff. Like what are the codes called? Like the barcodes, apparently with like Nintendo certain letterage and whatnot that makes people believe that it's a certain game.
Oh, okay.
Sure. Oh, like that SKU.
Yeah, SKU codes. Yeah.
Okay.
So, everybody's leaking stuff.
Yeah, I'm still excited for E3, man. Though we got stuff we're not sure about yet, and things we know that exist, and just kind of fun to find out more about them.
Yeah.
So I'm excited still. Hopefully to, see some of these big games and even the small ones. You always go to these conferences and then you go to the indie booth and you're like, whoa, there's like so many of these tiny little games that I never would have ever looked at, but like just because it happens to be on the floor and get to check them out. So I'm sure we'll find some good stuff and have some good coverage of the little stuff as well.
Yeah.
Different explore.
Cool.
Yeah, when we're not running between like meetings to go to, I don't. We only have like 4 per day, and they're all
You're
like
going to the Ritz. Come on.
they're
you should
all
be
like
happy.
in the convention center, and then one of them was like a 15-minute walk away. Yeah.
How long is a day there? Like when does it open? When does it close?
I was
So
just checking.
I don't
It
actually.
opens at 6 a.m.
No,
and it closes.
No.
no.
Yeah, yeah.
I am not going then.
Yes, we are.
No.
Yes,
So-
we are. Yes, we are.
Wait a second.
No.
So it either opens at 6 or 6:30 because they've got bookings from 6 o'clock. 6:30, like with the different
Oh, yeah, you
meetings.
know what?
We personally don't have meetings at that time because I was careful about that.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? Hold on.
I have
And-
this
Look,
email
I will
here.
go until 2
They
in the morning,
close
but
at
I
7.
cannot wake up at 6.
They do close at 7. That I
Okay.
am sure about. If my Gmail
General
would work.
info.
then-
Yeah, okay. Show hours of 2019, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesday, June 11th.
Yep.
Wednesday,
Yep.
9 a.m. to 7
Well,
p.m.
we've got
Thursday.
meetings at like 8. So
But is
that's
that-
how
I'm
that
sure
works.
they'll
Is
let
that-
us in for meetings.
Is that
Yeah.
show floor
That's
versus
show
media
floor.
That's show.
coverage?
That's
No.
show floor.
Exhibit floor. is
Okay,
newer,
so yeah, so I'm talking media coverage, not show floor. So show floor is completely different to media.
Well, no, okay, so
I
I
don't
looked
think
at,
we can
I'm at the
chat.
page right now, and it says, show hours for 2019, it says industry pass, asterisk, industry qualified attendees, media, exhibitors, VIP buyers, industry pro, and premium pass holders. So, Tuesday, June 11th, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Wednesday, June
Yeah.
12th, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Thursday, June
Okay.
13th, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
So
I
yeah,
was
and then
let you in early then.
well, I know if you have like a industry exhibitor pass, but we don't have. Obviously, we're not exhibiting. But if you get exhibitor pass, you can pretty much go whenever you want.
Yeah.
Nice.
You think
unfortunately.
we'd
Sneak
have
in
this
after
sorted out
hours.
beforehand,
Mhm.
not
What do you
discussing
mean?
it live. We'd have it sorted out and not discussed live on a podcast.
I mean, it's
But
all,
that's besides the point.
it's
It's
all sorted
fine.
out. I mean, you've got all your time set
Yeah, I know.
for interviews and whatnot.
I
So.
know.
Or
When's the last
more
time?
like having basic info like that, I guess.
Oh, I'll do some
Uh,
research.
We got a couple days.
Yeah, that's
We're
okay.
all right.
It's okay.
No, look, we leave Monday.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
it's
right.
okay.
True.
Yeah. All right. So, anything more about the E3 leaks?
Please stop.
Anything more?
no.
Please stop. Okay.
Yeah.
Please stop. No.
Get some help.
Get some help. Oh dear.
All right. So, Matt, let's talk about a card game, I guess.
Yes.
All right.
Because
What-
card games are games. Yes, I know we're a video game site. But
I am getting
for
so
those,
triggered about the attempted D&D podcast right now, but you know what?
Oh
Whatever.
no.
All right.
the
Please
attempted
don't.
D&D, was there something that I missed?
Yes,
I'll
it
tell
was
you
before
later.
your
I'll tell. It was
time.
before your time.
time on this earth, man.
All right. So for those who don't know, Netflix and Wizards of the Coast are teaming up together to bring us a Magic the Gathering animated series, and they'll be having who is it? The Marvel Cinematic Universe directors John and Anthony Russo directing it, which I
Ooh.
think is a massive deal.
Okay.
The Russo brothers are acting as executive producers for the series, which will expand on the Planeswalkers lore. We have been a huge fan of players of Magic the Gathering for as long as it's been around, so being able to help bring the stories to life through animation is a true passion project for us. I loved hearing that. And the animation component for the series is being handled by Octopi and Hasbro Allspark Animations. And the series is bringing in creative talent from the likes of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Batman the Animated Series, and Firefly, and Star Wars The
Ooh.
Clone Wars, among others. So they're packing
Ooh.
some people into this.
Yeah,
That
all
sounds
good.
very
I
interesting.
Okay.
I like how this is looking. I'm honestly a huge fan of Magic the Gathering. I love how with a card game like this, we have a story being told through a card game, but I'm quite excited to see them bring it to a series or a show or something. I'm happy about this.
It seems that the Russo brothers enjoy like deep lore and whatnot. Like Marvel's got a pretty deep lore, so they
Yeah,
tend to go for stuff that's like extra deep in a sense.
extra complex. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
and Magic the Gathering is complex.
Slightly. Taylor, you're not too keen, apparently.
I don't know. It's like I had an interest in Magic there for a couple of years, but never really stuck with it or anything. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like the lore just seems so. It's like just like when I started, it was like in 2015 or so, or when I played it for a bit, 2016, a little bit, and
2015.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh, this already has like 20 years worth of friggin' lore to get behind, that's told through cards and some books that are like hard to find. So
Those books are hard to find.
yeah,
But like
that's my
I
problem.
like think of it, this could be the start of like something new. And you could look at it that way. Like there could be starting from a fresh point from the beginning and telling it onwards.
Maybe.
They could do stuff like that as well, just making new stories for characters and whatnot.
Okay.
I'm not a lore expert, but like they obviously release new expansions every year.
They have sets, which is like 2 like releases, and they have 2 sets a year. So there's
Right.
like 4 releases, one for each season.
Okay. So
Okay.
don't,
Like that.
and then the other ones like rotate out, right?
Yeah. So in Magic the Gathering, there's a couple of different formats. There's standard, there's modern, there's legacy, and other sort of things. But standard is the most common played one, which has a rotating set of cards.
Right.
With
They
the
don't
newest
just, like-
being played.
They don't just like kind of make new, like with each expansion, like new lore, like kind of. They keep building on it.
With each release, they continue the story. It's not necessarily expanding on the lore as much as they have been continuously telling a story for how long the game's been around.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I like Hearthstone a lot, and they do a similar style.
Yeah.
But it's always like each expansion is like this separate, like it's usually a little packet story, like not a real story, but the cards are all themed, and there's like usually some kind of like, if they do like a single player like thing, then you can kind of build a little fun like story lore thing. So I was curious if this is similar.
Yeah, there is a massive story told through the cards and the art it presents, and even the card abilities. Like there's a lot of cool things.
And it's ridiculous. Good lord, no.
Suggestion.
Yes.
If you're wanting to play a card game, actually play a card game. Don't play a card game online.
Hey, Hearthstone's kind of cool. It's a little RNG based, so like.
That's my stat.
Oh man, how many people did you just trigger right there?
It's a little RNG.
Have you played Magic the Gathering: The Arena? That one's kind of seems cool.
That up.
Yeah, I played a little bit of it.
Oh.
Really? I need to try that. I like
Okay.
card games recently, so I should probably try that one. What's that other one?
Yeah.
There's another one too. That's there.
There's Yu-Gi-Oh!
I'm
Online.
having
What's the one, the Dota one?
Oh, Artifact.
Artifact. That's what I was thinking.
Have
I
you
heard
tried-
that wasn't so
And,
good.
and we'll be getting Gwent soon.
Oh god.
No, we already had Gwent. Did that not come out early
I
access
swear that's
yet?
already come out. I swear that's like at least out
I
to
don't
masses
know.
somehow.
I played it on PS4 before, so I know
Okay.
it exists.
Okay.
It's
I don't
already
know.
out, and excuse me, I'm having a coughing fit. Sorry.
Okay. No, that's fine. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, has anyone tried Elder Scrolls Legends?
No.
Which one?
Okay.
Which one is that?
That's the Bethesda card game, the Elder Scrolls card game
Oh my
online. Yeah.
Oh, there's so many of these. I know, but that seems cool too. So yeah,
Okay.
I want to try these card games, but I'm so deep. Like I'm so just I know Hearthstone. And
Yeah.
it's hard to get away. It's hard to get away from the one to know.
Yeah, I got you.
Is that out yet?
What, Legends?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it was out for like a year and a half or so. And then at E3 last year, they did a soft relaunch of it.
Oh,
And I
right.
still don't know of
right.
anyone else that plays the game. I haven't even
That's
played it
right.
myself, though. But
I'm
yeah.
thinking, is the Elder Scrolls Blades out yet, which is a mobile game?
I think it's in beta right now.
think it's in some kind of test market.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. I'm keen to play that, like I'm interested in that.
I've heard it's pretty pay to win.
Okay, bye. I'm not playing that.
That's what somebody had
I mean,
That's
all
how that
those,
is.
I mean, all card games are pay to win. You're buying blind packs that you have to get lucky to get the cards you want. So I mean,
Yeah.
you buy enough packs, you're gonna have all the cards.
Yeah.
You don't buy enough packs, you're not gonna have all the cards.
Yeah, fair enough.
Give me more money. Give more money,
Yeah.
please.
I need a loan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think Matt is muted.
Yeah, I think
Matt,
is
you muted.
Or like your mic cord fell out or something.
No, still not working.
No. Uh-oh.
Sorry, bud.
All right.
Microphone's dead.
Huh. Are you muted in Discord? Okay.
No, you would see the little thingy.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're right.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go.
Yes. There you go.
Okay, I just had to unplug and replug it back in.
Okay.
The old classic.
My
But I
microphone
was
does
gonna-
that.
I was gonna say, Magic the Gathering is kind of the same, where you could just go online and buy individual cards or a deck, but
Oh, sure.
it's like you still have to have the knowledge of how to play it and how to play against other decks.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
That doesn't
Which
change
does-
anything. But you can just go online and be like, what is the best deck to play?
Yeah, just total
like-
net deck it.
Yeah, you can just net deck it. Which is not
There's
fun.
always
Don't get
an-
me wrong. I
There's
never
always
really
an
net
answer for something in Magic, though, thanks to the way that they set it up.
Yeah, Magic seems cool. I wish I was into it, but
Okay.
I could never get into Gwent either. I played it on Xbox and wasn't really a fan.
I hate these little like tacked on card games that are in video games actually. And
Yeah.
yes, Gwent is
I
one
like-
of them.
That was
Okay.
really
like-
good. It was,
I liked Gwent in The Witcher. I didn't play it out of The Witcher though.
it got very good reception when it came out.
Yeah,
Like Gwent, the actual game, not The Witcher.
Oh, okay.
I like the
no, I'm
Witcher
talking
version
about-
better.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the version you play in like in The Witcher and everything. It's just like card games like that are like tacked on into games. I can't stand it, honestly.
But it's like the gambling element of it's like
That
playing
game,
like fist fighting or something. I don't know.
I mean,
It wasn't super tacked on either because they made an entire game out of
and
it.
it's just more things to distract you from the game. Okay, they already have like
Oh, well,
hundreds
here's the thing.
upon hundreds of hours of side quests in The Witcher 3, let alone this stupid card game that it wants me to play.
Hey,
Here's
we
the
can
thing,
prefer to do
No.
karaoke.
Here's the thing,
Yes. No.
though. Did you let it distract you?
No.
Then why are you complaining?
And don't worry about it, dude.
I don't know. It was just like, I guess I'm still just jaded from Caravan in New Vegas and Fallout New Vegas. That
I
was-
didn't play that one.
Okay,
no.
that was horrible. And it's like
Yeah.
they made you like play it at some crucial like to crucially affect the outcome of some quests
Yeah,
and
okay.
everything. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's fair.
Your
it's
luck
like,
skills at a 9. Too
Yeah.
bad.
yeah, exactly. And it's like, if you don't want me to nuke the airport, you must beat me in a game of Caravan.
What are we playing? Yu-Gi-Oh?
Proceeds to lose.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that one, but
That's a little
Putting
bit of an
people die.
exaggeration, but it was just like,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
it was just
okay.
like similar. It's like significantly
Yeah,
affect
yeah.
the outcome of quests if you went one
Yeah.
lost. Yeah. All right.
But yeah, Magic's getting a show.
Okay.
cool.
I'm happy. I'm excited.
And is this supposed to be an anime sort of thing or an animated?
Animated.
Okay.
You know how like they have like the animated shorts on their YouTube channel?
No, but I'll take your word for it.
Okay, whatever. If go watch one, at least the latest one for War of Sparks. It's really well done, and that's what I imagine they're gonna try to do.
Gotcha. All right.
That's what I think's gonna happen.
Cool.
Okay. So, anything else to say about the Magic show? All right.
Nope.
My God. My God. I apologize for the barking in the background. All right. So, we're going to bring back the tech segment, and I don't know if this will be an ongoing thing or not, but we're going to kind of sandwich it in between like the 2 to 3 gaming topics we have in the lead here, just trying to break up the pace of some things a little bit. This week was kind of rich for tech news because Computex 2019 was this past week, wrapped up a couple of days ago. Yeah, so that was over in Taiwan. And so before Computex started, and for those of you who don't know, AMD delivered the keynote to kick off Computex, which would have been Monday morning. Intel wasn't having none of that. So on Sunday afternoon, they did their own little conference thing ahead of Computex. And some notable like highlights from that would be they announced the 9900KS, which is a 9900K, but is guaranteed to clock to 5 gigahertz on all cores stable. Okay, so there's that. They announced the Athena program, which is basically this laptop certification that vendors can go through for specific models, and it has like it's things like battery life requirements and everything for real world use, X amount of like power draw, delivery, etc., efficiency, all that sort of things. This is not unlike the Ultrabook program, certification program that they tried to do circa like, was that like 2011 or 2013 or so? around back then. So they're kind of revisiting that whole concept. And then Intel also talked about kind of examining the way that media outlets and tech reviewers reviews and benchmark CPUs for presentation. Because they talked about, it's like, all right, it's like, yeah, there are like Cinebench scores and everything and stuff like that, and whatever other tests you want to run it through, but does the person on it, it's like buying this thing, actually use everything that Cinemark would benchmark, sort of thing? So it's like they want to kind of discuss how to better demonstrate real world performance with their processors. So yeah, okay.
I think that's such a petty thing.
Okay.
I honestly do. Like I have no issue with how CPUs are currently benchmarked.
Yeah.
Because it's good benchmark to see what they can do at their absolute extreme.
Yeah.
I think that's fair to look at.
Yeah.
And now that Intel's not doing so hot, they want to change that. It's like, no, I don't want to see that. I want to see what's the best you can do.
Okay. I don't know. Well, I mean, they're not asking to like remove these benchmarks and thing. They're talking about more to add on these sort of thing to like reviews and media outlets. And it's like, I don't think it's fair to say Intel isn't doing so hot right now because they're still outperforming AMD as of right
but
now.
AMD is catching up rather fast.
I know. I'm just saying. It's just like they're still actually outperforming their primary competitor, and it's just like
think about it. Like the only significant thing like to come, they didn't release any new like line of CPUs. They just gave us a better binned 9900K.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I mean, don't get me wrong there, but okay. I mean the 9900K is still better than anything AMD has at this current time, though.
I mean, that depends on which things you're looking at.
On market.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not too far out from the Ryzen 3000 series, so that's you can compare those rather fairly.
Right, more on that.
And
though.
I'll agree though that the Athena program trying to get certifications for like notebooks and ultrabooks, that's a fair thing.
Okay.
But it's like, I mean, CPUs are at the point now where you can just kind of pick any one for daily use and you're fine with it forever.
Yeah.
It's like like daily use isn't that massive of a thing anymore because just all of them work.
Okay. I guess to me, it more comes down to like communicating real world use for it and everything. So it's how do you express to the average end user, the person who doesn't quite know what Cinebenchmarks are or something, like, oh, how fast will it like make a string of 50 images into one PDF file, that sort of thing. It's like, how do you communicate?
But isn't that like
that sort of thing?
But would the average end user care for that?
They might actually. It's like if they need like CPU task specific things or something, then it's like they might want to be interested. Or it's like, hey, this can process X amount of photos in like Lightroom or something.
I
That's
hate
fair.
Chrome.
But then again, yeah, right. But then again, you could just go, yeah, they're performed doing this test, and this gets a higher number than this. Therefore, X gets a higher number than Y. Therefore, X is better.
Okay. Yeah, and I guess like
good.
Right. Okay. I guess like also Cinebench. I don't know why they singled out Cinebench specifically, but that's all people seem to talk about. But it's like, okay, Cinebench does simulate image processing like that though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So yeah. Okay.
That's like, it's one of those things where it's like I don't see the need for that because the average end user honestly probably won't know and won't care what exactly is in their computer as long as it gets the job done.
Yeah,
they walk into a Best Buy saying, hey, I need this, this, and this. And they go, okay, this works for you.
Yeah.
That's all they need is just somebody who can point them in the right direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is appraisable. And yeah, that was pretty much Intel's little event and everything. Luckily, the AMD keynote was much more exciting and everything. So the big announcement at the AMD keynote that officially kicked off Computex 2019 was the Ryzen 3000 series announcement. This, of course, uses the 7-nanometer chip. And then Matt, Sean, and I actually got to see a demo of an engineering sample of one of the 3000 chips back at CES, where they showed.
And that was a 8-core, right? That we saw.
I forget what exactly it was.
I'm pretty sure it was the 8-core because it was one chiplet out of 2.
Yeah, but it was significantly less power hungry. than the Intel processor they stacked it against. I think they put it against a competitor's like 8-core or something is how they called it. They didn't specifically call it Intel, although I'm pretty sure it was like in 9700K or so, just based on the numbers it threw up. And it was like, it was 3% ahead of what it was. And I mean, that was an engineering sample. So, yeah, anyways, really quick, the Ryzen 3000 series of CPUs, it keeps the same Ryzen 5 through 7 line that we've seen the past couple generations, but it also adds the Ryzen 9 line, which is a direct competitor to like the i9 series of Intel processors. And so, all right, the Ryzen 5 3600 6-core 12-thread, Ryzen 5 3600X 6-core 12-thread with a higher clock speed and overclockability there. Ryzen 7 3700X 8-core 16 threads, and then a Ryzen 7 3800X 8-core 16 thread also, but with higher clock speeds out of the box also. And then I think the big new addition is the Ryzen 9 3900X 12 cores, 24 threads, which is 4 more cores and 8 more threads than the current 9900K, which is the best.
And KS.
Yeah. Okay. The KS is just the clock speed boost for it, like 100 megahertz.
Yeah. It's better binning.
Yeah, better binning. A better bint. Yeah. I was hoping they would go like 9800 KFC. You know.
Right though.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, this 3900X 12 cores, which again is 4 more cores than 9900K, 8 more threads with 24 threads than the 9900K. A little bit slower of a clock frequency, but I don't know. If you get it up to the maximum boost clock 4.6, you have 12 cores running at 4.6. That's pretty insane. TDP of 105 watts, which is lower than the 9900Ks.
Which is insane.
Yeah, and a price point of $499, and if you go onto Newegg right now, an i9 9900K is going to cost you a little less than $500 also. Okay, so similarly priced to the 9900K, but you get more cores, you get more threads, you get less power draw.
And that's actually not bad here. $799.
Okay,
it's decent.
And better power performance too. So Matt, I know you're probably pretty hyped for this. So
yes, but I don't know if I'll ever buy one.
Okay.
Yeah, this stuff, like AMD has for the past several years have been working on tirelessly working on 7 nanometers process, which outperforms their 14 nanometer process massively.
Yeah.
In terms of power draw, IPC, and what was the other one? And cooling. What's like this stuff just it seems to be working. I mean, if this numbers do hold up true, we can see quite a massive punch in the face to AMD or to Intel.
Yeah.
But and there's also rumors of a possible 16-core 32-thread Ryzen 3000.
Yeah, which would also, I think they would also throw that into the R9 series. Yeah.
Ryzen 9. It's like, it's good stuff.
Yeah. It's like everything down.
These numbers hold up.
Yeah, everything down. I mean, these are confirmed like numbers by AMD from Computex.
But then again, it's AMD saying it, so I'd rather wait till the reviewers get a hand on it.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen a company lie about cores or frequency.
No, but like I want to see performance.
Oh,
numbers.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, I got you now. Yeah. Another thing that does try to strike me is the 3700X has a 65-watt TDP. That is a really efficient chip right there. For what it does.
That is a really
That
has a lower TDP than the 3600X.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right, AMD, you do you, boo.
Yeah.
You do you, boo. Yeah. So yeah, 7 nanometer is the future. Intel has a hard time cracking 10 right now.
And AMD has been heading 7 hard for at least the past half year in terms of selling products.
Yeah. Do you have an idea how far Intel is behind on their 10 nanometer process? We're supposed to get that back in 2016.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's 2019. And then I don't know if AMD did a specific release date Oh no, yeah, they did. All these processors will be officially launched on July 7th, which is 7.
Like,
7 because 7 nanometers. Marketing had fun with that
No
one.
dear.
Yeah.
yeah,
The lucky number 7s. Yeah. All right.
they've been doing funny release dates like this for a while now as well. The Radeon 7, which is VII, came out on February 7th.
God.
Okay.
I don't know why,
Good
but they
luck,
decided,
Why not? I guess, right? Why not? Like,
Yeah.
honestly.
they're having fun with it,
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't know. So, Anthony, what do you think? Do you like the value of these chips? Just kind of looking in.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, it's. I think Intel needs to be kind of sorted out. Really, like
Okay.
they need some competition, and AMD, good on them for doing it.
Huh?
Really.
I think AMD is providing the competition, but Intel has been a little stagnant the past couple of years in terms
Yeah.
of development.
Right. Just they
Yeah.
haven't had any competition.
And they need to drop their pricing. So the more competition they get, the lower the prices will get, and all that kind of thing. So I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Hopefully it works.
Andrew,
there any-
you have a first-gen Ryzen in your PC, right? How's that thing holding up?
So I don't know if is it first gen?
Is it like a
What-
1700
what's-
X or so?
I have a 1500X.
Yeah, okay,
That's
that's
first
yeah,
gen.
that's
yeah, it's
first
first-gen Ryzen. Okay.
Yeah, the CPU is I think is great. I never have issues with that.
Okay.
Usually it's my memory that's the one that's got a bit of an issue.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm currently in AMD for CPU, and I really think I'm gonna stick with them.
Yeah.
Just because, like you said earlier, the price is right. I think for these chips, and I don't know. I'm not super into technical. As long as it's running well enough, and
Does it
I'm like,
work?
okay, yeah,
As long as it works.
as long as it's, I'm not like getting like CPU
What
usage up
big
to like
deal?
80% or whatever. Like, I don't really care. But I don't know. I'm enjoying mine, and I'll, if something goes wrong, obviously I'll think about changing and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, even with running like all of my stuff, I get like a CPU usage of like 60 maybe, with like Discord and Firefox and webcam
Okay.
and stuff. So I mean,
Well, mine is currently on 22% Discord video call and like 10 Chrome tabs.
Nice.
see, yeah.
Still like
You
a
got
2600. Yeah,
No, I got a 2700.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty good. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew though. And this is probably my favorite thing about the Ryzen series is that the first 4 gens of Ryzen use the same socket, and they have chipset backwards compatibility. So you could drop like a 3900X into your motherboard and be just fine. That's all you have to upgrade.
But it has to fit the motherboard though, right?
It will though. That's
No.
the thing. That's what I'm saying. It uses the same socket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's cool then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it uses the same socket, and it does have compatibility with the chipset that your motherboard currently has.
That doesn't. Now this is me throwing out terms. I have no idea. That doesn't create like a bottleneck of any sort if my motherboard isn't like that great.
No, should be okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. The power delivery.
If it fits, it works.
Yeah.
So I have like a mini, not a big, pretty
Yeah.
small.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The size doesn't the size of the motherboard is just a size thing. It's not necessarily permissible to how it performs.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah, all right. Yeah, these even as an Intel shill like myself, these processors look pretty solid. So, I don't know. We'll see in the fall what Intel's response is to this. I think another
Honestly,
big hurdle for Intel to overcome
much
will
as
be supply.
Go ahead.
Will be supply chain for sort of thing because they had trouble stocking the 9900K for like 3 months or so. I personally experienced that stocking issue when the fiasco with my PC last year was going on.
Never had an issue here.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, I'm actually as much as an AMD fanboy I appear to seem. I am actually really excited to see what Intel can crank out because they can do good stuff.
Yeah.
They can do great stuff, but they need to do it.
Well, they're doing GPUs now, aren't they? Or something.
Yeah, but
They're
those won't be
delving
around
into
for
that
another 2
market.
years though. I'd
Yeah.
say.
It takes a while to design a architecture for GPUs.
Yeah, sure.
It's so different.
Yeah.
Mm.
Imagine they just copy and pasted like NVIDIA architecture. Here we go.
And just
This
change
will
like
be.
some of the cores around. It's like patent. It's like, all right, we're good to go.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, all right. So, and then the one last little thing come out of Computet, so I thought was cool. This is coming to the X570 chipset, which is the new line and chipset for motherboards to coincide with the release of Ryzen 3000. We're getting PCIe 4.0. All right, the current standard is 3. They're the little like long slots that you plug your graphics cards into on the motherboard or like other things. Yeah, so it's
I
like
knew what that was.
okay. And then, yeah, and so the current standard, which is PCIe 3.0, has bandwidth 32 gigabytes a second, which is how much data can go through the port at a time, okay? Giga transfer, 8 giga transfers a second, and then a frequency of 8 gigahertz, how fast signal refreshes, encoding 128-bit down 130-bit, etc. And then PCIe 4.0, which is coming standard on the X570s, coming out for the Ryzen 3000 series here, has doubled the bandwidth of 3.0, so you're up to 64 gigabytes a second here. It doubles the giga transfer up to 16. It doubles the frequency and keeps the same encoding, which is honestly fine. But what this allows you to do is that this basically, I don't think SLI, or I guess in AMD's case, or no, it doesn't matter. I don't think like SLI like bandwidth has ever been an issue, but you know this will remove. I know it used to be, but I don't know if that's still.
But with the 10 and 20 series, it's not an issue.
Okay. Yeah,
well,
one thing
to give you.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. You know what?
You do.
Okay. And then another thing that this allows for also though is that you can plug in really fast SSDs into PCIe 4.0 now, which is awesome. You get PCIe SSDs as little drop-ins as your PC needs it, and it's great. And then hello, Billy Rivers.
All right, is it cross-compatible? Like if you have a old graphics card, will it
yes, you can still plug in old stuff.
Yes, it'll just get bottlenecked, so to speak. Well, okay, so say for example you were to take like a PCIe SSD or whatever, plug it into, and say that SSD is capable of doing 60 gigabytes a second, you would need like a 4.0 slot to make maximum use of it. If you plugged it into a 3.0, it would still work, but you'd be capped at the bandwidth of 3.0, which is 32 gigabytes a second.
Which is nothing to scoff at.
No. Okay. Anyway, Matt, what were you gonna say?
Andrew's dying. No.
This also
so
helps
many numbers.
This also helps with what AMD does with in terms of their graphics cards. Instead of having a bridge in between cards, the cards just share memory in between each other via the PCIe slot.
Okay.
And this also does help solve the problem where with the old bridges and the old PCIe, cards could not share memory. They couldn't share a pool of memory. So if you had two cards with 18 or 8 gigs, they would technically still have an 8 gig cap because both of them have the exact same info to be able to make stuff happen. Sure. This does aid that issue, so AMD can now, have a pool of 16 gigs now if they both have 8 gigs.
Yeah.
And same goes for NVIDIA. I think they were starting to delve into that as well, I believe, right?
Yeah, although NVIDIA is definitely trying to back people off the whole dual graphics card thing as they work on whatever comes next for it. So, yeah.
Well, they've been backing them off of like multi-tier, like 3 or 4s, but they still support dual.
Yeah. All right.
AMD, you can still plug in whatever you want and make it work.
Oh, do you want this helps? I forget the exact name for it, but I've heard them described as like acceleration cards, where it's like a dedicated chip to like for if you're editing like high resolution video or something. Yeah, this really helps. This really helps those sort of thing. Okay.
The ones where you plug in like the NVMEs.
Yeah.
SSDs directly into it.
Kind of. They're more like.
Or the separate ones that you plug into another slot.
I'm talking about the separate ones that you do. No, I'm not talking about SSDs. I'm talking about. And I'm not talking about Optane either. These are like. They're like processing cards that basically. You plug it in and it's like they help with video encoding and whatnot and performance. So it's just like if you're editing like 8K footage, it's like
it aids that process.
Yeah, it aids the whole thing. I don't have
I
to.
got you now.
I don't know. The closest source I know to like go figure out what I'm talking about would be to look at the Apple WWDC conference they just had because they just talked about it in the Mac Pro.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
Okay.
about now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does help with that. And no MacBook, the new MacBook Pro thing or whatever, the Mac Pro
Mhm.
is using Intel chips, right? Xeons.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought so.
All right. Although I think it's using AMD graphics something. Though.
It does. It's
Yeah.
using the AMD Radeon Vega Duo 2 or something. It's a weird name for a card,
Yeah.
but it's basically two Radeon 7s put together on a single card.
Yeah. Which is
Seems like
neat.
fun.
Okay, which is neat. All right. Anyway, so that's gonna wrap up. And then there's like a bunch of other like various PC hardware from different vendors. I know Corsair, I think, is dipping into like pre-custom water cooling kits as opposed to AIOs and everything. I saw that. I think a couple other companies are doing like that. Yeah, and then it's just, you know, a slew of like other PC stuff like cases, etc., etc. So anyway,
It's typical.
yeah, let's bring it back to video games a little bit more solidly here. Andrew, E3, depending on who you asked, may or may not have kicked off today, but bottom line, the EA Play recap was, or the EA Play event was today, and what did we get from that?
All right, so it was like 3 hours worth of EA stuff.
Did you
Before
did you
I
watch
saw it.
all of it?
No, I watched a single minute of it because I was working elsewhere.
Okay.
But I have found a nice thank you to the fine folks at here at GameStop. I'll this little guy or GameSpot, of course.
We had to talk about this.
GameSpot.
I will never not do that probably.
Okay.
A GameSpot. We got a couple of just like quick hits. So and I was able to watch most of it. So we'll just start off with Apex Legends.
Yeah.
Season 2. So I'm a big. I think most of us here are pretty big fans of Apex Legends and still playing it.
Yeah.
Relatively, you know,
Here and there.
Yeah, here and there. You know, at least maybe an hour or two a week or what have you.
Yeah.
But they have the season 2 stuff, so that's pretty exciting because season 1, like the battle pass, was a bit of not a letdown, but it got overhyped by the community, I think. And yeah, I think it got overhyped by the community. So when it did come out, people were just a little bummed. So they're kind of talking about that a little bit. Excuse me. They also have a new legend who is named Watson, who I believe was data mined a while back.
Yeah. Her files have been in since release. Actually.
Yeah. So the one thing that I will give the Apex community, they are really into this game and they have dug a lot into it.
I mean, source is easy to track, and I mean that's what.
Okay, well,
yeah, Apex is. All right. Anyway.
There you go. I don't know. Like
Okay.
I don't follow a lot of like, you know, I'm not into the Reddits of too many games, but this is one of those games that I was joining the Reddit of and you know, really enjoying. But anyway, yeah. So you know, she got leaked and she got confirmed for season 2. No release date yet, but we're thinking, I believe, on the 18th is when it's coming out. Also a new gun, which was not a legendary gun. I don't know what they call those. Do they call them legendary guns?
They refer to them as drop guns.
Drop. Okay, so the ones that come from the like Kraber.
Ships.
Yeah.
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 It's like the
Kraber and,
Mastiff and the Kraber.
Massive. Thank you.
Yeah.
So this is like an assault rifle, only you know, limited ammo gun. I only saw a little bit of that, but that looks cool. Watson looks cool. She's like kind of a support character who puts up like electric fences that'll like ping the enemies and stuff. So a bit of like a.
So anything coming towards her, it'll block. So bullets, grenades, whatever.
Not bullets, just
people.
Like throwing stuff like
okay.
grenades and arc stars,
projectiles, and that stuff.
Yeah, but you can walk through it and like take damage like it's an arc star. Otherwise, it's just gonna look like kind of like depulse like a grenade or something.
Yeah.
So that's cool. She's kind of like a weird mix between defensive and offensive because she like her passive is like if you do one of those what are those called? The ultimate accelerants. She just gets a full bar, like full ultimate from it. So that's an interesting concept of her just like having a bunch of ultimates, which are like a bunch of these like like she like recharges shields and stuff like that. I believe is her ult.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
cool that they're kind of doing some different stuff with the legends, not just another offensive character, an offensive minded character. So that's exciting. And they also did Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. There we go.
Yes.
And that game looks interesting. I mean, I watched like I don't know maybe 5 minutes of gameplay, and it's this weird mix between of like a dark. I don't want to say everything has Dark Souls combat these days, but like it had like locking on, like dodging, countering. It was very more methodical than any previous
I mean,
like Star Wars games.
the developers have gone on record saying that like they've taken inspiration from the Dark Souls combat system, so it's a fair comparison.
Mm-hmm.
All right, really
Yeah,
quick,
and
swinging back around to Apex Season 2, just to recap. So,
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
Watson's the new character. Season 2 launches early July. They're redoing Battle Pass progression for Season 2. So, maybe in case you weren't too led by. And they're
Right.
also really, we got the new LMG off the drop kit, as said before. And also, yeah. And then, possible, like, change or, like, PvE event for the map was, teased at the very end of the trailer there. And one last thing is they're adding a new queue called like the Elite queue or something like that, where it's like if you place top 5 in a match,
Right.
or whatever, you can queue for this special queue where it's like only people who have placed top 5 in a match also can queue for it. I was just like, that's not.
Yeah, that was for like the legendary hunt. That was for like a limited time thing.
Oh,
They've
okay.
already done. They're already doing that because they've
yeah.
got.
They have-
Like the other night I was in there and had it happen to me.
Okay.
So, yeah. It's top 5 for once.
It's honestly a pretty good concept.
Mhm.
It's like,
Yeah, they
hey,
have
if
ranked-
you want to play with more skilled players, you have to get there. Then we'll let you.
Exactly.
No, go for it.
Mhm.
All
They
right,
had
anyway.
ranked mode coming, I believe.
Yeah, they did announce ranked mode.
Yeah.
There would be 6 tiers to it.
All solid
But
moves.
yeah.
You know, they're responding to feedback.
Yeah, I like that game a lot. I think it's
And-
only can continue to get better.
And most importantly, the Mozambique is getting a buff.
Yes.
Good.
Oh,
A usability
did you see
buff.
the?
Yeah.
Then so there's a this is that new. Did you see the new animation for the Mozambique?
Yes.
No.
No.
Okay.
It's so good. So if you have a Mozambique,
Mozambique here.
you switch it out for any other gun, your character just chucks it out of the way. It just like hucks the Mozambique because they don't want like it's
so
just like get this
great.
garbage out of here.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. I did enjoy seeing that just small but like good animation.
Yeah. All right. So, anyway, so back to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, yet another Respawn game. You know, they're killing it
Sure.
lately. They're killing it lately.
Ah, wait, final thing.
Oh,
The
okay.
thing I bring it up. A lot of
such a
people are
good
wanting
answer.
PVE, apparently, for some
Oh.
reason. Heaps
There-
of people want PVE.
So there's
Crabs.
I saw this like recently. That they like showed a big dragon at the end of the trailer, and that might be hinting at like, hey, there's a hunt mode coming for like 4 players are gonna hunt a big dragon, or I don't know if all the people are trying to hunt
Maybe-
this dragon
Yeah.
or whatever that
Okay.
thing is, Leviathan. So
Maybe like how Overwatch has those PV events where it's just like, hey, you're given a map, this is what you're gonna do,
Yeah.
and like this is the end boss.
Sure, maybe, yeah. I mean, it's cool. They could totally play around with it, and I think that it'd be well received. So they're smart over there. I think they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're
It would
taking
be
their
cool to
time and doing things well and deliberate over there.
You saw the animation, right?
Yeah.
It's solid.
It's just like,
I'm happy they
bye.
spent time on that, you know? They're just like, all right, yeah, let's do this. People hate the Mozambique. We hate the Mozambique. It's fine.
I think you can actually do damage with it too if you throw it at somebody.
That's great.
Oh,
My
really?
new quest in life is
Yeah.
for me to get a kill with by chucking the Mozambique at someone.
I'm
Heck yeah.
sure
Yeah.
memes already.
Just
Alright.
yeet a Mozambique into somebody's face and
Yeah.
just dies.
All right, anyhow.
Like the 1v1 for like the win.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
It's awesome.
Alright,
But
so
yeah,
Jedi
Star
Fallen
Wars
Order.
looking cool. Check that gameplay out. It's they got a good amount of gameplay over there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of vine swinging, which kind of caught me off guard.
Uncharted much?
Yeah, like a little climby and then like vine swingy. I was like, okay, that's a little weird.
There's a lot of terrain movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it reminded me a lot of Uncharted because you are doing like the one thing of like you're gonna swing on this vine 2 times and like like
Yeah.
it's definitely a video game like in
Okay.
that aspect. Yeah. But it still looks good. I'm curious. You play. There's like a written up details, like you playing as some like Padawan or something. I don't remember his name.
Yeah, kind of evolve as you go through the
Mhm.
game. Same progressions and
Yeah.
stuff. So I watched the full like 15 minutes of the level and everything that they showed off and whatnot. And I guess my one concern is just how slow everything was moving. Like from everything from the combat to the blaster bolts to even the character movement, it seemed very, very slow.
Yeah, it did seem quite sluggish.
And I mean, when you have
Even-
and it's like when you have all these mechanics of like wall running and climbing and like vine swinging, it doesn't feel good to do them slow.
Yeah.
At least at my
It's like
opinion.
slow and deliberate in a sense.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they just did that so they could show off what they have so far. That's all I'm thinking there is to it.
Okay.
And also the possibility if they do add tiered difficulty to the game that the higher difficulties have that increased movement and the increased blaster bolt movement speed.
Okay.
I think that'd
Yeah.
be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I will say I did enjoy how cool it was when like these like just the stormtroopers they're getting like one hit and I'm like yeah that's how it should be.
I don't know.
You guys aren't.
Well,
I mean,
no,
they
think-
wear armor
It
for a
made
reason,
sense,
don't
but
they?
it's just like I don't know. It's like
Think
I'm
of it
mindlessly cutting down like these 3 stormtroopers quickly. It's just
yeah,
like
I think
it's
they're the
cool.
most basic stormtrooper. They're designed to be fodder.
okay.
Yeah,
That's-
I
At,
okay.
think
at
that
least
was
for
cool.
at least for Jedi and like lower.
okay, I
levels,
did- okay.
Ray
What-
Warriors, but-
Well, okay, so that kind of reminds me of like what are those games called? The wave-based, like where you're
like
fighting
a Muso
thousands.
game.
Yeah, like you're fighting thousands of enemies and you get a lightsaber, and it's like they're all just flying up in the air and everything.
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they need to be a little challenging, but whatever. On the whole slowness point, I found that basically the whole rest of the movement and everything was fine, but combat seemed very, very, very slow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
But
Well, I don't know. I think
I-
maybe who knows where we saw it at. Maybe there'll be more movement options and more like force options and stuff like that. Like because you can pull guys toward you, so instead of like having to be quick toward them, you could just yank them toward you, and
Yeah.
that's kind of a movement option.
Well,
instead
one
of
thing I also
closing
loved is
distance.
you could see like the different enemies react to when you force pull them. Like the basic ones like freaked out, dropped everything, and but the ones in the black armor when they you pull them towards you, he literally like pushed off against the ground and struck at you when he got close. It was really cool.
wow.
Yeah.
Like I like that level of detail, and it also seemed like they do have quite a bit of variety when it comes to enemies as well. From what we've seen in that little bit, as well as the little like second long segments after that.
I only saw up to like the spider things. So
Okay.
I didn't see all of it.
Mm.
Yeah,
I will
it's,
say,
it's
though-
cooler having other stuff as well, not just stormtroopers.
Yeah, they do have lots of time to like finish it and everything. What we did see was alpha and everything. And don't get me wrong, I still have high hopes for it, but they still do have a lot of time to tweak before it comes out.
Yeah.
So hopefully,
Yeah,
yeah, so I
definitely.
imagine.
Did they talk about when it was going to come out?
I think it's
Am I
supposed to be later
behind?
this year, isn't it?
I thought so too, but I could be
Okay.
completely wrong.
Okay.
I don't remember a date being said by anybody,
Okay.
or like a time frame.
I don't know.
I didn't hear that.
Okay.
Let's see, blah blah.
All right.
Doesn't,
And then
doesn't
anything-
say.
Yeah. Then anything else about Fallen Order or?
No, I think that about does it. They talked about the story details, and I'm not going to go over. And there's a bunch of stuff you can kind of check out. And well, obviously, we haven't played it, so we can't necessarily give you how it feels. But it looks cool. It looks promising. Maybe we'll have more to report later this week, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Matt, or who just said that?
Me?
What?
I think I said yeah.
Someone said, "Oh." Someone was like, "Oh."
Oh, Anthony.
Did
Huh?
they announce Skate 4?
I don't know.
No, people are just being jerks and hashtagging Skate 4.
People
That's
have
what they do every
Damn.
people have wanted it for years.
They
Give
do
it
that
to
every
us.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I want is the Hall of Meat to be brought back or whatever that was.
God.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoyed that.
So what else they kind of show? Whoa, at EA Play.
Battlefield 5. We got the Pacific
Yeah.
Theater detailed.
Mhm.
Battlefield 5 now on Origin Access Basic. I still have no desire to play that game.
I don't think many do.
Yeah.
Mm,
FIFA 20.
nobody
Yep.
cares.
Yeah. Madden
I mean, a lot of
NFL.
people care about that, but yeah, people.
Yeah.
The
I
some
mean,
kind
it's
street
just,
mode.
it's
Yeah.
just FIFA
Look.
19 with a new mode, or FIFA 15 with a new mode.
Yeah, people like that
It's
game.
it's basically DLC.
Yeah.
We got news for Anthem.
Not,
No,
but
it's,
not really though.
Not really.
Not really.
No, they were like, hey,
Oh no, we didn't.
Sad.
we have work to do on this game.
Hey,
Oh,
we
you
should
know,
have
they
taken a year
removed
delay
their
on this game.
roadmap.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
What?
No, they
Yeah,
just
they
removed
removed their entire roadmap,
Wow.
They removed the dates on the roadmap. So like,
Damn.
it's still,
and they
exists,
released
but-
the storms, or like whatever the new, like the storms are called, or whatever they
The
are,
Cataclysms.
and they look, yes, they look terrible compared to their E3 like trailer counterpart.
They're still on
Oh, the
test for the PC. They're still on test
oh,
for the PC.
I
Yeah.
see what you're saying. Storms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You know, like how in the end of the trailer they like dove into that weird like white swirling mass thing.
Oh, okay.
It
Yeah.
looks nothing like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they need to like just kill it. I mean, nobody's interested in playing it anymore, are they? Like, it's been out for what, 3 or so months?
Yeah.
Apparently they're dedicated to making this work, which I don't believe them.
No,
because-
the thing is, they're so dedicated to making this work because like this needs to be their Destiny competitor. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like this game was specifically like target. I don't want to say specifically made to do
Destiny
it,
killer.
but yeah, it was specifically made for EA to directly compete with Activision in terms of Destiny. I'm not sure how much they really care now that Destiny isn't a part of Activision anymore. So,
Right.
but then
But,
no one had any way of dealing
I
with that.
mean, Destiny is coming to Steam now, so there
Yeah.
is that,
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know,
Weird.
Destiny 2 will still probably draw in a decent chunk of change for Bungie, and I'm sure Anthem would want to compete in that market still. Or,
Yeah.
EA would want
But
to compete in that
it's-
market still.
like EA committed to fixing Andromeda, then they brought it out behind the barn and shot it.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not out of character for them to just say, yeah, we're not doing it anymore. It's too
No,
much.
but the reason why I think like Anthem is different is it all comes down to like what niche this fills, sort of thing, and it's like Andromeda didn't really fill a niche for EA. That's the thing, but the Anthem does, and so it's like it's in EA's best business interests to get Anthem like going and monetized. That's the thing.
But
I know,
would
but
you,
is
would you say it's a good idea if it's already kind of if it's already got like really bad reviews, nobody likes it. I mean,
Like, by
they're
the
gonna spend
time
all
it's-
this money to fix it, and then nobody's gonna buy it.
I would say they need to pull a Final Fantasy 14. They need to basically like nuke the world and then, so to speak, tear everything down,
rebuild it.
and then like take it down for like a year or so, and rebuild it
Yeah.
in its background, and then do like a re-release. So I think it needs the Final Fantasy 14 treatment, So
Yeah.
yeah,
Have it as like a service in a sense where it's like, yeah.
okay. Andrew, any hopes for
games
Anthem?
as a service
Got
completely
any-
out of us.
Oh, I haven't even played that game. and
Okay, don't. It's
I
not
have
worth the
no
hard drive
desire
space.
to, unless it's
It's not worth it.
like completely rehauled and people talk positively about it. It's one of those games that's just there's so many games.
Okay.
There's so many good games.
I just-
it's so hard to carve out time for mediocre games.
Yeah.
It's just I really hate the trend that we
How
have now.
much
That's a
Probably
good
still
question.
60
too.
probably
I
still
don't-
$60 or 40.
No, I think I just saw it on sale for like $30.
It's
might be
very
a new
cheap.
sale.
It's very cheap.
But it's one of those things. I hate the new trend of we're gonna release the game and then we're gonna fix it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's not what you do.
No.
Those words.
I mean, you got to look at games like I always bring Siege up in this. Like Siege did such a good job of like fixing itself.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn. Every
You
year,
know,
it's like
We were playing it
Like,
on release though, and we didn't think it was a bad game at the time
Nice.
either.
I
though.
honestly had a ton of fun at release.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of shallow and not as like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, but that comes with operators and whatnot and
right.
Yeah.
remastered.
But like
and-
they had a good foundation of like shooting and stuff like that, which I think, from what I understand, Anthem does not have. I could be wrong there.
Anthem's just bad altogether. Guess how much Anthem is at the moment?
thought so.
Australian.
like
In Australian
much.
dollars.
Too much.
Probably like 40 in Australia.
$19.
Oh yeah, so yeah.
So what?
I
It's
thought
like
I saw it on
15
sale
here
for-
then, right?
Well,
It's like 14.99.
Yeah, it's-
Yeah, 15 there.
But
yeah.
it's still like yes, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege has made a massive comeback, but it's like one of those things is like while that is a thing, I don't want to see it be a trend.
Yeah, sure.
Like,
I
because
understand.
I think it's just lazy.
You
Okay.
can
No, I'm
get
with you.
it
They just make it that a trend. Like EA has tried to do this with a couple games now.
Uh-huh.
you can
Yeah,
get
it's
it on PC for $7.
Excellent.
I think that's
Still too much.
Yeah, true.
No, I'm with
I
you,
just-
Matt. I think it's a bad precedent to set when your game comes out. It's not, even
Yeah.
remotely close to what was
I mean-
advertised or what people expected. And,
Yeah.
Exactly.
With like Rainbow
Um,
Six, with Siege, we didn't get anything else for a while. So it's like,
mhm.
and with Final Fantasy 14, when that released, we didn't get another Final Fantasy for a while.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
And with it, when they rehauled the entire game over,
Yeah.
Or look at another really good one is Grand Theft Auto Online. That game was
GTA 5
bad.
Online,
Yeah, that game was bad at launch.
Okay.
yeah.
Servers were terrible.
Yeah.
There was zero content.
There
But
still
with
is
time,
zero content in that game.
Online, there's
Yeah,
a
there's-
lot.
There's a lot to do online.
I know.
There's a
see,
lot to do
I know.
online.
The
With
portions
Red
that you
Dead,
and
I've
I-
heard there's
Yeah.
not, but
There's a lot of mini games you can actually play in the game now, which is like amazing.
Okay.
But we've never actually touched those, Taylor. To
Oh,
be
okay.
quite honest,
like the
Okay.
heists and stuff like that.
not just the
or if you-
heists, but like the actual game modes of like racing,
There's like these weird like
like
track racing in the sky
and the custom
yeah.
maps of like how you can actually race light bikes,
Right,
like stuff
right.
like that. Me and Taylor have never touched.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I didn't even know those were.
There's
There's a
also,
lot.
And there's a
Um,
mode where it's like like the table game where you slide the pucks.
Oh,
and-
shuffleboard.
Yes. There's an equivalent to that in GTA 5, but with cars and you're trying to land it with the parachute car.
That's pretty smart.
That's
That sounds
good.
fun.
That's pretty good. Okay.
Yeah, it's like there's a
I should buy that
bunch of
game.
different modes like those that we've never actually touched, Taylor.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
And then, all right, Madden 20 will be a thing, of course, and then,
Of course.
Updated roster.
and then Sims 4 gets Island Living expansion.
That's another one of those games, though. At the same time, that
just
was
won't die.
not great at launch. That they've really, overhauled. So
It was
Yeah, they-
free. It was free a while back.
you gotta
like
give credit to EA for the Sims because they could have easily released the Sims 5 by now because that one's been out. Instead, they just kind of stuck with it, and I am not a Sims player, but
Neither.
I have someone who in this house that lives with me is a Sims player on occasion, and she's enjoyed her time with Sims 4.
Yeah, we Sean, our one of our guys, he's a massive Sims fan. And he just plays as Sims like once or twice a week usually.
Yeah, she'll get into it and dive down the rabbit hole, and play it for a couple hours and at a time for a week or so, and then like, all right, I'm good for another couple weeks, and then
Oh.
something comes out, little batch of content comes out, so check it out maybe, and but they're doing a good job, a really good job with that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, anything more about EA Play?
No.
No,
Okay.
I wonder if they're still running stuff during. Are they done
I have
completely
no
by the time
idea.
we get down there?
I have no idea.
So when did they do their EA Play thing? Was that today?
Earlier today.
That was
Earlier
today.
So for
today.
the next 2 days, they're running gameplay stuff.
Rip.
Yeah, so I don't know if we'll be down there checking out EA Play, but
We might take a
see.
look, but
we'll see if we get a chance to get
Yeah.
over there. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, Google Stevia got another big sort of conference.
Stevia?
Oh, I'm sorry. Stadia.
That was on.
There
purpose.
you go.
Wait a second. Once more, you've skipped me again.
No, you're saving the best for last.
Oh,
We
really?
actually did
Anthony,
skip over him, Taylor.
Oh wow, yeah, we did. Okay, the Uncharted movie. I'm
This is
sorry.
the second week in a row you've done
I'm
this.
sorry.
Oh
Second
yeah,
week in a row.
You got
raced
lost in the
towards
blue of
Australia.
Matt's link because it went onto the line below it. All right.
Racism against Australia.
All right. You know what? I'm sorry. Oh God, I chose to deliberately ignore this thing because I hate it. I hate it.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
I
All
can't
right,
stand
let's
Tom
dive
Holland.
into it then. Anthony, your topic. Go.
My topic is, if you haven't seen the fan film, I watched it only a couple of months back. I'm sure Taylor disagrees, but whatever. So this movie
Are you
has
talking about
been...
the fan film with Nathan Fillion?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay, that was good.
Okay.
So this movie's been like rumored since 2011, and it was like in development stage, and then it got completely canned. And Sony's been working on it, and other people have been working on it, and it's been in development hell basically for quite some time. And then an article came out by the Hollywood Reporter, which has said that Sony is doubling down for their upcoming Uncharted film and will indeed be going with Marvel's Spider-Man star Tom Holland, which I presume will be playing a younger Nathan Drake, I guess. Apparently, Sony already has a date for the film as well. The long-awaited arrival of Uncharted on the big screen is set to release in theaters next holiday season on December 18, 2020.
Damn.
We also know that 10 Cloverfield Lane director Dan, if I mess up his last name, I do apologize, Trachtenberg, I believe it is, will be helming the project. There has been plenty of times, blah, blah, blah. And that's basically all the info we've got from it. Just a actor, which is Tom Holland, of course, and a release date.
Could we have just not gotten Nathan Fillion?
What do you mean?
As in, like, why not Nathan Fillion for this? He was solid in the first movie.
He's actually in discussion with Sony about playing the role.
But didn't they cast Tom Holland for it?
Yeah, but he's playing a younger Nathan Drake.
Oh, okay. So like
Oh,
flashback.
I was gonna say.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
I could see him playing Nathan Drake though. Also, he's already worked with Sony on Spider-Man. There's probably some connections he has there. It's probably just an easy fit. He's got the attitude. He's got the look. He's a young,
he's got a good American accent.
He
does
have a surprisingly good American accent.
Yeah,
you have to admit that.
Wait, he's
Yeah.
British?
Yeah, he's British.
I believe so.
He's
What?
English. Yeah.
Yeah, he's straight up British.
No, he's
Yes,
American. No.
Yes.
He's English.
Spider-Man can't be British. What the hell?
He is.
Okay.
Well, the guy who played Spider-Man before him as well was what his name was. I can't
Andrew
remember.
Garfield?
Oh, Garfield.
He was British.
Yeah.
Andrew
he was
Garfield,
British
yeah.
as
We
well.
need the all-American Tobey Maguire back, reprising the role. Okay. I'll be honest here. It's like I can't stand Tom Holland as an actor. I didn't like him as Spider-Man in the MCU here, so I don't want to say this ruins the movie for me, but it's just like, yeah, it's not.
He's better than Andrew Garfield.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's true. That's
And-
true.
A lot better.
Look,
And
look.
Tobey
That's not a very high bar. Let's admit
No.
here.
I mean,
I think like Tobey Maguire is like gold standard.
What?
Yeah, you heard
He's
that.
terrible.
Oh, my goodness, no, no.
All right. Do you like the
No.
Spider-Man movies actually, or do you like them ironically? 'Cause
No,
there's
like,
that.
I actually like the first three Spider-Man
No.
movies, like early 2000s.
No, they're bad.
I actually,
They're
no,
bad.
I
They're really
legitimately like
bad.
them. I legitimately
They're so
like
bad.
them.
They're
Okay.
really bad.
I tried to rewatch
Yeah.
one of them
Yeah.
before I watched. I think it was one of the Avengers or Into the Spider-Verse, something. I tried to watch
Okay.
it, and I couldn't get through it. I was like,
Okay.
"No, this is terrible. He is so bad." The look
Same.
on his face all the time. He's just like,
Pizza time.
and like,
Pizza time.
He's terrible.
Okay.
And the Spider-Man 2, like the actual game as well, when they've got his voiceover in the really old Spider-Man 2, is so bad. It's great.
I mean, that's probably a time and place thing.
There, Taylor. There's
Yeah,
a
but,
little.
like,
There's an
he-
interview with Tom Holland showing how his British accent.
Okay.
he played the movie, and then he was in like voice acting the game, and he just sounded like he was either stoned the whole time, or is just not wanting to be there at all.
That's probably
So-
the latter.
Ugh,
Yeah.
I can't be
Taylor, I
bothered.
think you and I will have to watch the Tobey Maguire movies again.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I still love them. I don't care what anyone else says.
Good luck to you.
I'm waiting for the weekend when he's like, "Never mind, guys." I said
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know
All
what?
right.
We can watch them at
E3.
when we're at the house.
God.
Or at the place.
I'll bring my UMD. We can watch.
Yeah,
them.
run away, Andrew.
My PSP.
Okay. Oh,
I
I
remember
too,
being
I
that.
too have one on the PSP.
Yeah. I remember
Okay.
it came with it. It was like, I don't know why. I remember.
Yeah. It was Sony. It was a big thing for Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess like my big thing is like I kind of lost my I kind of lost any sort of semblance. I don't want to say respect necessarily, but it's like I got very jaded when. Can I spoil Endgame?
I mean, you probably shouldn't, but
Okay,
Taylor,
whatever.
that you are the host. You make that active decision on this moment. Go.
spoiler for Endgame if you're one of the like 10 people in the world that haven't seen it yet.
He hasn't.
Yeah,
No, I
well,
haven't.
he knows this though. He knows.
I
what
know.
happens, yeah,
Do I think?
yeah, he's not spoiled. Matt, Andrew, you guys have both seen it, right? Well, okay, Matt, we
Taylor, I saw it
each
with
other.
you.
Yeah, Andrew, you've seen it. Andrew, you've seen it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen it. Yes.
Okay, I guess I'll keep it somewhat vague. You know, the scene at the end where Tom Holland is there smiling like a jackass because they had to tell him it was a wedding because he couldn't be trusted to keep plot secrets leading up to the movie release. And it's like, that to me is just like, I'm sorry, but you know, if you can't even like keep an NDA, then you have no like business acting in such a high level role if you can't even fulfill an NDA.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I just think he's like young and doesn't like he's excited. So like when
Then he
people ask
shouldn't
him
be
about
in
stuff,
that role then.
Jenny wants
If he-
to like answer the question, and so like
I mean, he's older than any of us here.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
like,
Maybe.
oh,
How old
Maybe.
is he?
He's like 24.
23.
Oh, 20. Okay, 23. Okay.
not older than me, but
oh, God. I thought you were like 22. That's my bad.
Yeah,
no, it's I actually just had my birthday.
nice.
Very nice.
I'm,
Happy
I'm
birthday.
in my late 20s.
Okay.
All right, look at
Not gonna give away the.
He's older than half of us here, Taylor.
Wait,
Getting too old.
Okay, I don't know. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know, my point still stands. It's like, I don't know, if you can't even like keep an NDA, then you shouldn't be. Yeah. That's like,
I don't
sorry.
know.
It's
Well,
like, I'm sorry,
that
that's
might-
part of the job. It really is.
That might be
You're
like,
wrong.
people. I don't know. That might be his only weakness. Like he might be an absolutely fantastic actor.
He seems
And
like a
then-
nice person.
I mean,
Yeah, he
he
seems like a
might
nice
be a
that's
brilliant
fine, though.
actor, but he just can't keep secrets. So that's, I mean, people have their flaws. That might be his only flaw. He might have a crap memory.
Who was the other guy that was spoiling it too? Wasn't it Mark Ruffalo? He was kind of bad there
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
bit.
he was pretty bad.
My point
And
applies.
he's like a
Yeah.
pretty high profile actor.
Yeah, my point applies to him too. Like, you shouldn't be. Yeah, it's like if you can't even do an
Right,
NDA.
right.
Yeah. Okay.
But, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. All right.
But
So,
pairing Tom Holland up
Look,
with
you
what's
could
his
say,
face
you
as well.
could
Nathan
say the
Fillion.
same for the dude at Ubisoft who keeps leaking stuff.
yeah,
Sure,
that
there
dude
you
will
go.
probably get fired if he ever gets found out. You know. Yeah, and rightfully so.
Probably the CEO.
Yeah, rightfully so. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So, all right. Hopefully, we get Nathan Fillion also. But, okay. I think Detective Pikachu kind of broke the curse of video game movies. So maybe the Uncharted one wouldn't be bad.
I don't
mean,
know. Like,
Uncharted's already a movie, so if they
Yeah,
just
true.
stick to their guns, like, and do it by the books,
Yeah.
it could probably be
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
But obviously, much less shooting
Yeah.
and less climbing.
Yeah. I have a feeling this will work out like a modern take on Indiana Jones, to be honest.
hmm
That's
I
what the
can
game
imagine that.
originally was, right?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Guys punching people and like making, like fighting people and shooting people, like kicking them, and the gun pops up in the air and he grabs the gun,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Just trying the
Yeah.
stupid but really fun action like that is great. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. So, Anthony, high hopes for this one? brought it up.
Yeah, I mean, if they get the right actors and whatever, then and they do it correctly.
someone
mean-
said they already have the right actors. Not Taylor though.
I mean, like if they get Nathan Fillion on board, whatever,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
do like an older version of Nathan Drake, then I can see it being definitely a decent movie. And if they kind of go down the route of what the fan film like as well, like that kind of, because they kind of had that where it was like over the shoulder camera work as well.
Oh,
That's
I did not
genius
like
the way they
that.
did that. Okay, fine, whatever.
What
Ah.
a...
That was pandering at its finest right there. It was like the Doom first person scene. Like,
Well, they had like the low screen resolution to begin with. Like they cut it down to like 1280 by 720 or whatever. As in, like it was a cutscene, like a narrowed bar across. When they got to the gameplay, they opened it up to a full screen kind of thing.
that's
So
interesting.
it was pretty cool the way they did that. But I'm excited for it.
You guys see that the Tomb Raider is getting a second movie? Like, the new Tomb Raider movie is
No,
getting a sequel?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they've started writing a sequel for it.
Interesting.
I did
The
not
first
think
one
it-
was pretty bland, wasn't it?
I
It
never
was
saw it.
bland, but it wasn't necessarily like bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to say
Uh,
they had some pretty cool set pieces, but it's like okay,
Okay.
have you seen like the Tomb Raider fan film?
Yes.
I've heard
That
of
is
it.
Yeah.
bad. Like I didn't like that at all.
Have you guys seen the Dora the Explorer movie trailer?
No.
Oh
the
my
trailer
God.
is
We talked
it's
about this last.
it's a
week.
trip.
Yeah.
It's a trip. I'll say that.
It's through and through a trip. Yeah.
Cool. I
Yeah,
like
she has
that.
this
Bringing
huge
knife.
knife. She has like just solid.
I heard
Yeah.
that.
massive
She has like
knife.
a solid like 11-inch Bowie knife, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, dude.
It's a school, but why would you? Bring
She pulls it out of her
school?
school backpack too. Yeah.
Oh, that seems
Yeah.
that seems dangerous.
But like the whole like I guess the concept of the movie is like she's grew up in the jungle and whatnot, right? She knows that. Then she goes and for some reason her dad sends her to like
Normie school.
a suburb with a normie school, and she's like no idea what to do. So in her backpack she just like has a bunch of random stuff, like a compass, the knife, and all
Like
that.
a map.
Yeah.
Probably.
Probably the map.
That's a bad. That
And then it's
doesn't
like
seem
they do like a
No.
school field trip or something. They end up like crashed and lost in jungle, but conveniently so, Dora has all these things in her backpack for like rope and knives and whatnot. So yeah,
And it just
Dang.
happens to be the jungle that she knows.
yeah, because Boots is there and yeah.
Fantastic.
It's a trip.
Have fun, kiddies. Enjoy that one.
Diego is there as well.
Yes, Diego is there. The whole family's there. I wonder what they're gonna do for Swiper, bro.
Oh, I saw someone was cast as Swiper, and I had a good chuckle at who the voice was.
Okay.
Oh man,
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
It's not
That would be great though.
Danny
Danny DeVito
Trejo?
playing any.
No, he the yeah. It might have been Danny Trejo.
Okay.
Hold on.
Here we go.
He is somebody
Yeah.
in it. Danny. Oh, Benicio del Toro.
Oh, that's
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Another big name actor.
Yeah. I thought that was. I had a good chuckle at him. It was like a low, raspy voice.
Yeah.
I think that's good. That's gonna be good.
I saw the trailer for it when I went to go see Detective Pikachu.
It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like you go in there on opening night with all the kids to watch it. Why not?
Hell yeah. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
it's for kids.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
All
I'm
right.
sure it'll be fine.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so moving on from video game movies, I guess then. All right. Google Stevia. Let's talk about it. We got another big event.
Stadia.
Nobody cares about your false. Okay.
Yeah. So we
Look,
got.
Taylor.
We don't, what? What do you want? What?
No, I was gonna say if Taylor is going to call the tie series or the TIs the ties, because that's technically the correct way to do it.
Yeah.
He's got to say this correctly.
You know what? You're right. You're right. You're right. All right. So
I'm gonna hold you to your standards.
yeah, Google Stadia got a big like I don't want to say keynote, but like event earlier this week. Not affiliated with Computex at all, by the way.
It was like an event, I would say.
Yeah, but anyway, so we got pricing. It's outside of the hardware barrier to entry. It's free if you only want to do 1080 60 and everything. For $9 a month, you get some access to some free games as well as their like pro thing, which is 4K 60 and everything. You can get a Founders Edition for $129. It comes with a Chromecast Ultra, which is what you'll use to stream the games to your TV, and then a Stadia controller with Google Assistant built in. I'm still super curious whether or not you can train Google Assistant to like insult your opponents for you as you're playing, so you don't have to like unfocus, you know?
Just to make macros for
Yeah, exactly.
the Google Assistant.
Yeah.
Get your KD above 1. Okay.
Go back to your country
Yeah.
until you get a KD of 1.
And then like I think the Founders Edition comes with like an X month long version with Pro or the Pro membership or
Yeah,
something.
it comes with a 3-month version for yourself and a 3-month like guest or buddy pass or whatever you want to call that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the Founders Edition, but and then just one big marketing thing that they used for it was you get to secure your username first by doing the Founders
Yeah.
Edition, which
So bad.
okay, I guess. Anyway, my big curiosity when
fair.
this was first announced was like, what sort of internet speed do they want for this and everything? They say they want minimum of 10 megabits per second for 720p 60 fps stereo, okay, base level stream, 20 megabits per second for 1080p HDR 60 FPS 5.1, and then 35 megabits per second for 4K HDR video 60 FPS 5.1. So you need at minimum 35, which isn't that hard to hit even in the US that has super light spot, I think. So
We
For
can
4K.
get it,
For 4K.
yeah, for 4K. Yeah. So I guess
Yeah.
my big thing is my still one big piece of criticism is still latency. They never talked about that, and this is going to be a concern. I guarantee it. And two, well, okay, actually, it's a little bit disingenuous to say they didn't talk about latency. They did,
Yeah.
but they compared it. They compared it to output latency. So, okay, give you guys an idea. Say your like Xbox One is hooked up to your TV or something.
Mhm.
It has an output latency of roughly like 130 milliseconds or so, which is how long it takes the signal from the the output signal to go from the Xbox into the TV and displayed and whatnot. And so this can get further compounded by any sort of post-processing visual effects that your TV applies to the image as well, which is why if you hook up your consoles to a TV, put it onto game mode so that it reduces it. And so anyway, they talked about latency. They compared it to output latency of a console, but that was only off the machine itself. That was only off the machine running the game itself. They didn't talk about, there's also the latency of travel distance between the server farm and you, the TV latency, it's just stuff like that. And I mean, one of the games they touted was Mortal Kombat 11 for Stadia. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Andrew, but fighting games are played on like a frame-by-frame level, especially in multiplayer, right? Once you get up there.
If you've ever played a fighting game online and there's been a bit of lag, you can really feel it.
Yeah.
And it's not a fun feeling when you're like, oh, I'm pressing a button and then a good amount later my move comes out. It's kind of like, well, this isn't fun.
Yeah, and this is the big concern I have with Stadia and all streaming services for that matter. It's the same concern I had when Nvidia tried their Project Stream thing a couple years back too.
Sure.
Was just like it took so long for something to be input. It's like for input to be registered. And I mean, okay, speaking of a game running at 60 frames per second, if you have 100 milliseconds of latency, that's 6 frames a second that you're missing out on just because of latency, So
yeah. So I do think there is something that's going to help with the latency, and I think that's going to be, unfortunately, buying their controller.
Okay.
Because the controller is a Wi-Fi controller that hooks up directly to their server farm.
Yeah.
It doesn't hook up to your computer, or you basically it doesn't hook up to your computer. So instead of getting the input to your computer, then to the server farm, it's controller straight to servers. So I think that will probably help with the input, but I don't know exactly how much it will help. But it sounds like the controller's like $70.
Yeah.
And the Chromecast Ultra is also $70. So if you are into this, that whole Founders Edition, probably not the worst deal on the earth.
No.
But it's also an unknown quantity. So who knows if it's even going to work at all. Right. Also, there's a controller. There's a controller color called Sabi. It's pretty good looking controller.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Well, I guess it's one of those really wait and see things. I really hope they have hey, this is a 7-day free. That'll make or break.
Give it a go,
yeah. But it won't happen until 2020 because they're getting all the if you won't be able to use their service unless you do the Founders Edition for at least 3 months probably.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And the big game they're touting is Destiny 2, which I almost say we missed that news. This
isn't that a bit old?
But no, Destiny
well, that's
2,
the one they're giving away with it.
Yeah, that's one thing.
So I got confused. I thought this was more of a Netflix style of
right. That's what people were speculating. Yeah.
So you pay the $10 and then you get games, but apparently you pay the $10, you get kind of a PS Plus 2 games or so.
Yeah.
Then you have to buy a la carte.
Oh,
yeah.
If I wanted to play Ghost Recon and the new Breakpoint, I probably have to buy it. So,
so you got to buy it off Google's store.
I off whatever they're I don't know what they're calling
okay.
it.
The
Full
Stevia
price, or is it like
market, I
a
don't know.
delay, like a reduced price?
They haven't announced what the prices were. So
So I mean, if you're paying like $10 for a game or something, then that wouldn't.
I want to
be
say
too
it's
bad.
probably full price or
Yeah.
close to it.
Wow,
Maybe a small discount, but I don't know why they would not sell it for full price.
I mean, because you're not. I guess because you're not fully. I don't know.
Well,
I guess it's no different to buying a digital game, really, is it? So
it is a little because you're not necessarily downloading a computer.
Yeah.
But I don't see what's stopping them from going like, if in some weird world where if they decide to shut down the stuff early, whenever they shut it down,
Right. What happens to
all
the
your
games?
Yeah. Then they're going, hey, all these games you purchased, you can download them.
Right.
Like I would assume that's what they would do, but that's me thinking positively and not.
I don't know. I would probably doubt that, because even in Steam's user agreement, you don't own your games. You technically rent it from Steam. So if they ever shut down for X reason, you lose access to those said games.
Yeah.
But, so there is a free version of Stadia and a $9.99. The free is up to 1080p, 60 FPS.
Yeah.
Right.
And you can buy the games whenever you want. There's no additional games for free, but the Pro has up to 4K 60 FPS, supports 5.1 surround sound, and you get occasional free games.
Right.
So wow.
Which is what I got when I watched the keynote, and I thought it was like a Netflix like style. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. This sounds like a really good deal. $10 a month. I would totally pay for this. And then I dug into it a little more, listened to some people talk about it. I was like, oh, this is actually not what I want.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Steam, but streaming.
Yeah, there are a couple of big name developers that seem super on board like this. So Bethesda has committed Doom Eternal, Doom 2016, Rage 2, ESO, and Wolfenstein Youngblood to Stadia.
Yeah.
We know about Destiny 2. We know Metro Exodus is a thing there. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. Okay. Square Enix is going to put Final Fantasy 15 and all the latest Tomb Raiders. 2K's got NBA 2K and Borderlands 3 up on there. MK11. Ubisoft is throwing Odyssey, Just Dance, Breakpoint, Division 2, Trials Rising, and The Crew 2 on there.
Yeah.
The most two I find fascinating on the list I don't think you mentioned are Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 and Farming Simulator 19. Those are like the two most out there. And they're like on there. It's like, okay. All right.
Whoa, they actually showed a really cool one that looked really weird. Get Packed.
Yeah,
that game looks
that's a Stadia exclusive.
Is it? Darn it.
Yeah.
That game looks kind of silly
I'm never
and fun.
playing it.
I know. It'll come eventually. But that game looks really silly.
And then I guess another thing that kind of upsets me is that so Google is making it, or it's like you can stream it to your Stadia to your phone, but only if you have a Pixel device. So Google, despite having Android, like Google, developing Android and everything, they want you to have like the Google branded Pixel phone also, too.
For now.
Yeah. I guess for now, but I mean,
are they going to open it up though?
Maybe
that's their plan.
But it's not
their plan is to go to.
I don't know, but it's not like the Pixel pushes hardware on phones or anything. It's like Samsung outperforms the Pixel on a hardware level any day of the week.
I just think they're trying to lock it down because you can't even do it in a browser at launch. I don't think.
Can you not? Okay.
I don't think you can do it.
I thought that was a big marketing point for it. It's like do it on a Chrome browser.
Yeah.
I think right now you won't be able to at launch.
Okay.
But you will later when the free version comes out or whatever.
I don't know. This is starting to seem a little bit overpromised to me now.
I don't really think this is gonna work.
I could be wrong, but I think that's.
The whole Netflix, why even buy this if you can just go and do it on any console? You go and get a blinking PS Plus, PS4 for $200.
The idea is you don't have to have that initial investment. You don't have to spend that. You could spend that $400 or $500 on just more games. That's the concept.
But wait a second, you're paying $100.
No, there's a free variant.
$140. Oh, okay, yeah.
There's a free variant where you don't have to pay and you get 1080p, and most people would be just happy for that.
But don't you need their controller though, or can you use any controller?
For what?
I know
I
you
don't
can
know.
use the Xbox controller at least.
No, you can use any controller,
Okay.
but
Okay.
if you're streaming it via like Chromecast, you're not going to be able to use any controller
Yeah.
Okay.
because you can't plug. What are you plugging it into?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
true.
Yeah.
So that kind of also brings up the whole case of like couch co-op, like how well that's how it's gonna run. Like like you're not gonna be doing couch co-op unless you have two $70 controllers from
Yeah.
Google, which is like a lot.
Yeah.
I
Destiny
mean,
2 is the
controllers
only
are kind
game.
of up there now.
Destiny 2
Well,
is
I mean,
the
you
only
can
game
get
that
a-
comes free with a Stadia Founders Edition. The only game Doodle's confirmed you won't need to buy separately. Though, like any other free with Stadia Pro title, it's available so long as you keep paying that $10 monthly. This is like, I don't know, this is DRM, kind of like worst case scenario. It's like, oh, you can only keep playing these games as long as you keep paying the $10 a month. I'm sorry.
That's like
yeah, I'm
it's
sorry.
like PS Plus. I mean,
Like, yeah, I don't know. At this rate, you may as well just buy a console.
I
What I
mean,
reckon.
if you don't want to commit to like unbox on your shelf or whatever,
Yeah.
I could see it.
Yeah, true. I mean, you're gonna have a controller anyway, so. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, whatever.
it's a neat idea that I don't know. It's gonna, yeah. I don't know. I think the marketing was off a little bit. I think they need to, talk a little bit more about like how you never need to upgrade. We'll always give you the best version of the best game, of the game and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They didn't really talk about that.
Yeah,
Kind
so
of
this is seeming a little bit like over promise in a sense, but the whole like xCloud thing, like everybody's got a computer, everybody's got like most Windows 10 computers now have the Xbox app on them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of
Not
something
by
that
choice.
Microsoft can. Yeah, I know. That's not something that Microsoft can really go after as well, but it's like weird.
Yeah, I think bang for your buck right now. Like you're looking at like subscription services, like what is that? Game Pass is just
Yeah.
Yeah,
Solid.
that's
a great deal, and like coming to PC, so what's there. Like you're getting first party games, you're getting like older first party games. We don't know what's coming to Stadia. Like some people can just decide randomly like we're not going to do it just because of principle, I guess. Because it's probably not hard to you don't have to port anything, but like,
Right.
like I don't know. It's a new platform, I guess. So
Yeah.
It's a new service.
All right, and I guess my last little Matt, do you remember this number here? It was like how much is it? How long before a terabyte of data is used up? You remember this thing?
I remember that.
Week.
It is
sure.
No, it is precisely 65 hours if you stream 4K games.
Yeah.
You will reach a terabyte,
Damn.
which
That's
is the data
Go ahead.
which is the terabyte is the data cap for most US IPSs.
65 hours a
ISPs.
month.
No, 1 terabyte.
Oh, I mean, sorry. So that would be
But it
65
would take
hours.
65 hours.
Yeah.
So do you think most people are gonna stream it in 4K?
I don't know. Well, you see,
Probably not.
I personally would, but
It's
I mean
just a
that's
number.
because like I consider 4K the new resolution standard. That's the thing.
I
It's
just don't have I don't even have a 4K monitor,
Okay.
4K TV, so
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I can't even
But, like,
do that.
Okay.
That's a scary number, to be fair, because if like someone like us who we're fairly dedicated to gaming, we spend quite a few hours doing it,
Yeah.
that can present quite the issue.
It rats up.
If you're
pretty quickly.
also if you're getting that 35 down, are you most likely having unlimited?
What do you mean?
Well, this
Typically, that's not a
Yes.
thing.
Yes, like I pay. It's like I pay for fiber at my house and everything.
But you
Yeah.
pay for the difference is you pay for gigabit.
Yeah, it's
though.
like I pay for
like
gigabit.
say somebody who has like
and-
50 or 100.
Well, no, what I'm saying is like even despite paying for a gigabit at my house and everything, it's like I
Okay.
still have to pay separately to remove the data cap. Like they
Oh, you
wanted,
do?
Yeah, it's like
Oh.
yeah, so it's like COTS for
Yeah, that's
everything
about
that's
right.
not gigabit does a 1 terabyte data cap. If they do or if you do gigabit, they give you a 2 terabyte data cap. Or it's like
Sure.
you can pay an additional, I think it's like $60 a month or so on top of it
whoa.
to remove the data cap.
Did you
So
say 60?
yeah, 60. It's like 60 or 80
Oh.
bucks on top of
Woo.
yeah, an already hefty internet bill. So
I mean, yeah. I don't like with this. If you need, I mean, not many people have like 4K phones or whatever anyway. But I mean, even if you're doing 1080p on a phone, for instance, I see this being an issue because like Wi-Fi drops in and out. So
Right, that's the
Sure.
thing. Also,
what are you gonna do?
it's like maybe
Also,
the raw speed isn't a problem, but consistency of the connection might be a problem for a lot of
Precisely.
people.
Possibly. Yeah.
Also, most internet providers here have a 2 gigabyte data cap. That's
How
the
much?
average. 200
200?
gig. That's the average for Australia. Like, if you go Telstra or whatever, the base plan that you get is like 200 gig. Maybe
It's
not even that.
okay. It's
Maybe
not
like,
launching in Australia.
yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Launch
What?
regions and pricing: U.S., Canada, U.K., Ireland, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Netherlands, Belgium, Finland, Denmark, Sweden, Norway. It also won't be available. It also won't be available in Hawaii or Guam at launch.
What?
Later, Anthony.
Oh
You can-
no!
You
Oh,
can just
wait.
leave now.
I guess I'll just have to go back outside and surf.
Are they,
Damn.
are they bringing it to Australia or whatever later on?
Probably eventually.
Probably.
I imagine
Yeah.
one day.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Bye. Have fun. Enjoy.
Oh, yeah, okay, so also, we don't know how disingenuous Google is being with, like, it actually being 4K, because they only say that it's, like, you know, at the end, the overall signal will be 4K, like, that it's sent to your TV. It doesn't say what
But
the game is being rendered at and sent to you. It
If
could be
it's
upscaled
upscaled.
1080p
No,
for,
what?
Sure.
yeah,
Sure.
which is, I
So
guess,
what-
another concern.
I mean, even if you don't have a 4K TV, you might even have to do 4K to get the best, like, non-laggy speed kind of thing. And it's going to render it at 1080p anyway.
Right.
Eh.
Yeah, so it's like, there's still a ton of,
That's
like,
a good way to suck people's internet.
technical questions up in the air about this still.
Yeah.
So I just,
Oh, you know what Google should do?
uh,
Is offer their own internet plans. That
They
way,
used to.
they
don't do it
tried
anymore.
the
Yeah,
fiber
if-
rollout here in the U.S.,
if-
but
if
They
they
stopped
got
that,
back
didn't
into
they?
that, they would do very well.
like every other Google project that got canceled after 3 years.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
they canceled Google Fiber.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like, and then I guess my other question is, how many years will this thing exist before Google cans it?
It depends on sales, right? They're just trying to get first. I feel like they're just market. They're trying to get out there, get first market, see if it sticks. If it
Okay.
doesn't stick, I could see them moving it on. Or else.
Mm.
Okay.
But it's also the important part. Like, this is the biggest scale we've had of like a streaming service for video games.
Yeah.
This can kind of define whether or not the market thrives or crashes right now.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know what
Because this
Xbox
can
is
lead-
doing quite yet.
And Amazon's doing one as well.
Yeah.
So.
I do kind of want to see how Sunday goes, because Microsoft has been talking about xCloud at their E3 conference. So I do kind of want to see how that goes.
Yeah, like if they come out and say similar stuff, similar pricing, I mean, you already have an Xbox in your house.
But
You
they'll
already
beat the
have-
pricing because they got Game Pass.
Right. Yeah, they'll maybe lump it Game Pass in with it, and then you know you already have an Xbox probably.
Yeah.
So you
Or,
don't need-
or just a computer with the app. Like,
yeah, or you don't. Well, the Microsoft Store is kind of bad, but like you know,
Yeah.
just launch your Xbox, click your thing, and you're good. And like you don't have to do anything else. Use your controller you already have.
Right.
Nothing
like
else to
most
plug
people
in.
have like an Xbox 360 controller,
Yeah.
Xbox One controller or whatever, so it's kind of golden.
All right.
I think Google's not done a very good job on this, but anyway, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It's exciting, but like yeah, well, we have to still a wait and see approach.
Yeah, exactly, we'll see what happens.
You see, I think it's a scam. Okay.
Yeah.
I think
I
it's
noticed
a
that in
scam.
your Google Doc.
Yeah, I think it's a
It's like,
scam.
it's a scam.
All right.
Yeah.
Anthony, what games are releasing this next week here?
You know what? I completely forgot about it.
Oh no! Oh
Matt,
no!
you can't interrupt.
I can
Wait.
still interrupt you like right now.
You can't
I've got
interrupt
the
him
list.
if there's nothing to interrupt him to do.
It's right here.
Go
I'm
for
getting
it.
there. What are we, June?
Yes.
Bear with me. March, April, May,
June.
June. What are
Alright.
we? Not 8th.
Yeah.
8th to when? To the 15th. Okay.
All right.
We got it. So on June 11, awesome game so far. Run, Jump, Rabbit, Turtle is for the PC
Oh.
on June 11th. Battle Worlds Kronos is coming to Switch on June 11th as well. Verlet Swing is coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Switch on June 11th/14th. Kingdom Come Deliverance Royal Edition is coming to PC, PS4, Xbox One, also on June 11th as well. World End Syndrome is coming to PS4 and Switch on June the 14th. And when are we going to? The 15th. That's it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's it. Not much at all because of E3.
That is a
obviously.
very boring week.
Matt
Yeah.
never even had a chance to interrupt you.
See, I was trying to find something like I relatively knew or something like I could make a joke off of.
Nothing.
There was nothing there.
Yeah,
I
Hey,
couldn't
literally
do it.
nothing.
On June 18, we're going to have Vacation Simulator.
Okay.
Oh, that's a
So,
VR
we-
title.
Oh,
we can
okay.
look forward to that.
Do I need to simulate
that's-
rubbing
that's 2
suntan
weeks out.
lotion on someone else's back?
Oh, I'm sure that'll be a thing.
Okay.
Yeah. On a
VR.
robot or something.
On an VR, yeah.
Lotion or
Wait.
bust.
On a
The
waifu.
metal sunburn?
On a waifu? I don't know. Wait, did you just act as metal sunburn?
Yeah.
Like it's like it doesn't get burned, but it gets like faded. I don't know.
It
I
is
was
hot.
a joke.
Yeah,
Come
oh,
on,
okay.
whatever. I don't
Okay.
take everything I say seriously.
It didn't sound like a joke.
Tomatoes
What?
out.
Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes,
whatever.
yeah. All right. Anyway, so I think that should about wrap it up then. Andrew, where can the good people find you on Twitter? Twitter.
Of course, you can always find me at Duronsky. That's Duronski.
Okay.
Try not to yell into the mic like I normally do.
You didn't
Instagram.
cut out.
I know, it's because I wasn't yelling. Yeah, find me over there on Instagram about fun stuff. It's when I get loud. That's what happens when I get loud. I even turned the gain down on my mic earlier. We'll be probably not live blogging, but we'll be posting about E3.
I don't know.
So-
I'm gonna get you to do some Instagram stories while you're there. So
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna do some fun Instagram stuff over there. As E3 is going along, some shenanigans, of course, and just us being dumb, I guess. What's going on.
I don't know if we'll vlog. It depends on whoever wants to hold a camera up for that long.
I have a
Maybe-
GoPro laying
maybe
around
those.
here. I wonder
Okay.
how the quality.
My man.
You should bring that.
So I'm gonna bring it. We'll bring the GoPro, and I gotta get a little mount for it or something.
Okay.
So that'll be fun.
God, there's gonna
But
be
yeah.
a lot of...
All right.
E3's gonna be
Not-
good.
I'm
Yeah.
not excited to edit the videos.
Anthony?
I am of course on Twitter, same Ant-Man9, post that much. But that's basically we're going to be doing obviously live streaming all of the like live shows and whatnot on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/culture of gaming. If you're not watching it live, obviously, if you're not watching this live, that is. And obviously Instagram stuff will be happening, and we'll be on Twitter, on Discord, on everywhere. So if you're wanting to join in on all the fun E3 stuff, then you can find us on Twitter or Discord or whatever.
All right.
Everywhere is basically down below or will be in the description of this podcast.
Excellent. Matt, how about yourself?
People can find me over at Twitter at filmed by Gman.
Okay.
I occasionally tweet stuff there.
Yeah. All right. You can find me at Infurious Elecon on Twitter. That is at INFERIUSELLECON. And my new thing is shorthand anime reviews. So,
Nice.
yeah. Look at some of those. Anyway.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Excuse to watch more anime.
What?
Is it giving you an excuse to watch more anime?
I've only done stuff I've already seen, though, for now. So I'm going to wait till that gets out until, just
Oh,
to go
boy.
through. Yeah.
Into the backlog.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so yeah, thank you all for watching. Things should be scheduled as normal last week. I mean, we come back on Friday, so yeah. I don't think I'm going to take next week off or anything for it. So
I will not be here next week.
okay,
Because after E3, I'm like jetting away for a vacation.
nice.
So
Very
maybe
nice.
like a week or two, I might be absent.
Okay. All right. So yeah. Once again, thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you guys next time. Same place, same time. Have a good one and enjoy E3.
Enjoy.